Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. This is the Titan. I'm a brother there in the studio tonight, you know. You know, we come for dissect, select and reject. Yeah, and expose some guy with them lies. Some guys who go on like so well then at them found the country. You know? Now, we have to expose them guy there. So people just want to just stay tuned, you know, and just relax and enjoy the show tonight. Cause tonight I got hot. So maybe just take the time and big up everybody in the chat as usual. Enough love and respect from Melting Pot and we alone some. Yeah, big up the people in the UK. The fans them are tuning in to Man of the Wilderness. Canadian who devote them time, yeah, to just make sure no say them a part of the show. And to the Americans them don't know so we not leaving out, you know. We have to make mention because we know we invest in the time in the show as well. So you know, so we have people down in the Caribbean, same way. Jamaica, same way. Down in the South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, we have fans down there. Africa, North, Europe, large. Yeah, because we worldwide. Because we not do tabloid. Yeah, so you see tonight, people, we have to come talk about the guy, you know. The crime minister. The man will feel like to well then Jamaica belongs to him and he can run it like a shanty town. You understand? And just mash up people's life as a homeworker. We have to expose him tonight. Because this guy, you know, for 10 years, I lie my life to the people of Jamaica, you know. And by extension, the diaspora. You understand? Yeah. It's a guy where even the common institution of the country, the guy want destroy them. Because them not working in favor anymore. When them used to work in favor, him applaud them. But from 2021, him and them no friend no more. Because them expose him illicit enrichment. So him have problem with them. And him have some cronies with them a criminal like him. Like Xavier Main. Yeah. Andrew Wheatley. Hagging tie and all them criminal the bars. The whole of them are form a consortium, you know, to bring down the Integrity Commission. Yeah. Understaff the entity. Yeah. Them currently operating at a 55% staffing. You understand? So you know, say, them short our 45%. So what am I do? Is cripple the Integrity Commission. Yeah. By not giving them the adequate human resource that required to run such an investigating agency. Yeah. So we know him trick and him can and we know where him plan is. Yeah. But we the around here, you know, people. Yeah. To highlight him, you know, and hold him accountable. You see what I said? Because you see, if we don't hold this guy accountable, this guy will destroy the whole of Jamaica till it not exists no more. Yeah, because I'm in a deep water right now, you know. Yeah, when can't swim in, you know. Me I tell you, it's a treacherous water, I mean. Because you see, high level of corruption, people, it dancing in a way that, me I tell you, even the own people, them now are find him out. Yeah, them are find him out, say him a liar and him a thief. Yeah, and him find himself in all type of criminal controversy. Like the Ponzi scheme them want to know about. Yeah. And him administration and accountable for over 3 trillion. But it's a guy will run out with a lot of soundbite and tell you the country advance. Yeah. In so many ways that all unemployment down to 3.6. Poverty cut from 18% to 9%. When the people out there suffer. You see what I say? The guy have all over 400 tons of supply we're going to waste, you know. This is how this guy don't care about the people in Jamaica. as a native. In care about the expatriate them. Like the Israeli never coming at the place. You operate the Pegasus to keep him in a power. Yeah, like the guy when turning a technology ambassador. The nastiness from India when he Dushan Shabadia. Where we know him use him primarily for going at them region they like Israel kind him have the language. Yeah, go recruit the staff them in a EOJ that is matching up Jamaica, interfering in with sovereignty and with democracy. Yeah, and we are look on a guy like this and I call him Prime Minister, I'm a piece of shit. I mean, I feel highlight him and my brother tonight when I start beat him till I'm them bend up and done upon him tonight because I'm dangerous. Yeah, so when we big up some fans down in Jamaica, like the Rockfort Heights them, where you know them alone, some people them there. No love and respect. 2 mile lights, big up on yourself. You swear me I said, Greenwich Farm. Yeah, over Arnett Garden, big up on yourself, you know. Nobody feel like some melting pot no member, you know. Bandy, where I say? No love and respect, man. See him here. Big up on yourself in a jungle. Yeah? And the whole of Pretoria Road and Waltham and them place, the Burke Road, Alexander Road, Fitzgerald Avenue. Yeah, big up on yourself here, man. We there, you know. I remember say, you know, we know so now real man like crown of them place there. You understand? So we have to endorse on you know. Yeah, and the people them down in the West, big up on yourself. Yeah? Because we have a real warrior queen down there, you know. The creature Birchell. You see how she work? And you see how she loyal to the party leader. She right now, me I tell you, she a stalwart round Sir Marky G. Yeah? Dr. Alfred Dawes, big up yourself, same here. Yeah? Good work as a health minister in the sense of a shadow person right now. When you speak on matters of health related circumstances, big up yourself. Yeah? Dr. Dayton Campbell, big up yourself, same here. Like the sterling work and the performance. I sat all tight around this, you know. Because right now, you are the watchdog for around them side of the world, you know, around Portland, you know. Yeah, man, because remember, you know, we reduce them power to 50%. Yeah, cut them from 100. You understand? So, you know, I got to take control around them place there. Because we have to remove them garbage, you know, out of our political process, you know. The whole of them garbage, the charge them have to get up where I left Jamaica, you know. Because them no good, them are criminal. And we have it in the archive to prove, because you know we know the tabloid around here so. So when we are exposed criminal, them were in a Jamaica, we use the political process, yeah, as the safeguard for them criminal activity, we have to get rid of them. And to the man with same control down you know, West Kingston there, yeah, Milky Man, yeah, Bushrat. Yes, he said, time come, time catch you, you know. Because you want, you know, deploy yourself past the police, them boundary. Yeah, you thugs them. You know, respect the law. But we are telling people them so now operate. Yeah? So, I'm glad how you get that dose of your medicine. Yeah? But I don't know how to know so the formula that use milk. So when them people out the road that get pepper spray and liquor water, you don't see how detrimental it is, because you get the right formula, you know, and you can't sit down as a man, see I try to lead you to somewhere you will see it. Yeah, but this is supposed to teach you a lesson. Yeah, and the rest of them who have it in them intention. Yeah, real police will work effectively. You understand? And all the time when I run up in a phone and look at colleagues and colleagues. Sometimes when I have to face the real policeman, them when I take a talk from you, them I do them work and do it professionally. Yeah, so we have to pick up that policeman. Yeah, but we hear them say them arrest him. But we them can't arrest him for.
We can't arrest him.
That is one, you know. Then we have to get to the source of that. You understand? Because I mean, police can do work, you know, and do it effectively, you know. Yeah, and then being arrested, you know.
Brother, them can't
No,
do it.
because out there to the regular people, them, oh, nobody not get arrested.
No, I lied.
We don't have the system.
Them couldn't arrest him. Remember, even
We are
when
here
them
to
They have to do it, man. Because they might try things that so a dead man to get arrested. Remember when the girl, when
Of
Luigi get
course.
notice and the DPP have a pass, you can't arrest a man for pepper spray. And like him up. I labor right just put up some garbage all the while and spread it. So people are things that you wouldn't see police and arrest him about pepper spray.
And make sure no reprisal, you know. Like, you know, want to go talk in the police there, you know. No reprisal, we have to make sure one, you know, from now. When a man overstep the bound, yeah, the law must take its course. Yeah. And that policeman was very lenient. He did not discharge his firearm. He used the right corrective method. Yeah, pepper spray. So we don't have no problem with that because it never take him life. Yeah. So that are the plus. Yeah. So no reprisal against this policeman, you know. We have to make sure one, you know, from now, you know. Yeah. Because we have some little giddy-headed people in Jamaica where defend politicians who not defend them. And just feel like if them big up them chest enough of themselves and, you know, politicians say yes, them put out effort for them. They will reward them. Remember, that man not rewarding with nothing from him loot, you know. Taxpayers' money him ever use, you know. I remember when I run the country like that no more. Yeah. Too much loose angling our resource as it relates to our money. Where people take it and do anything with them feel like. Yeah, like it belongs to them. So we have make sure lay out the gauntlet tonight. Yeah. And we have said enough love and respect to the People's National Party leader, Sir Mark Jefferson Golden. Yeah. Stalwart in our own right. Yeah. A man who have the people's interest at heart. And a man who present himself as a man for the leader of the opposition. The man who's supposed to venture out there, yeah, and put up the opposition against the criminal and journalists and him administration. A man who we know personally say him have what it takes, yeah, to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. So big up yourself, Sir Marky G. And I hand back the floor to you, sir.
Yeah, man. But remember, Sir Marky G, we are the real Prime Minister. Remember, Keith and Keith, the thing, you know. People, I'm going to play it, I'm going to start a video, yeah. I want to take it. Remember, we dissect things. The lies them when I, you know, Andrew, and them have a set of clown, idiotic, lying, deceitful government members, destroying the place inside out. None of them are real. They are shit. Right? But I'm going to play a video, yeah. You remember, I'm going to say one room, you know, but let me tell you this. I'm going to remind you where it started from. I'm going to play around 3 of them video there. And start where it started from, and they were knocking. But I play that one, and I play it right out. This is when him say I run. In 2015. More you listen to the lies. More you hear the promises. Right? Even within bedroom. But more you hear, I play it right out to say, because more you hear when tell about poor and need and about people look poor, to buy them out and give them a little thing for them out. Everything with the man said that man do to the people, you know. More to not listen, Andrew, listen to yourself. But hey, me never say, hey, Jamaica people, me don't know how they make that guy treat them in a better. Me don't know how. Let me play this. Watch out.
Showers of blessing,
PPS system shirt to that extra big pan him. Get richer now when a super rich.
Let me write a couple quick things. I don't know if you have seen it, but your party is changing.
Listen up, people.
We have been doing quite a bit behind the scenes in terms of recruiting people into the party and in terms of refining and revitalizing the party's positions on many critical issues. I am sure all of you paying attention to what is happening in the media. And you see all the new faces that are putting themselves forward to join up with the Jamaican Labour Party. most unusual for a party in opposition. That people would feel the urge, the impetus, the drive to come and join the opposition party. It sends a clear signal that all is not well in the country. And those who are in the know, those who feel the failure of the present government, and those who are concerned.
Remember, them destroy the place from a peer of it. It's how them go up to the election. You hear what I'm saying? The failure, just listen to every word and look on the place right now. Or them skin it. Just listen it in a part.
About the future of the country. Who say, you know what? If I sit down in my yard and don't say nothing about what is happening, and don't say nothing about what is likely to come, then I am as guilty and complicit in the failure of this country as the PNP or the government now are.
That's why we're only accountable. Because we're not going to sit on our yard and know all your nastiness. Me tell you, I'm own words, we are following our people. Listening good and self in the cast, You hear this? You're complicit. So you see all the bugs, them are follow him and I push out garbage, them a piece of shit too, Because him that tell you if you're complicit, if you sit down and watch what I'm going to do, you see what I'm going to Jamaica? All right, continue. Continue. Let me continue to play the faith, yeah.
If I sit down in my yard and join those people who practice veranda politics and criticize and criticize and criticize and criticize and don't step up to the plate and do something about it, then I would be as guilty. And so
hold it again a little. So how much would come now and a rush to we pass social media? If we sit down and do nothing about politics, what about the criminality and mashing up Jamaica? Eh? Okay, someone waited for go. Okay, continue.
But you hear them talking, the Labour Party is attracting people to see in the message that I have been clearly delivered that we have to take a new path in transforming Jamaica, and that new pathway involves the Jamaica Labour Party first transforming itself, not just a party for labour rights, but a party for all Jamaica.
People that are on the speech here, when say everybody welcome. This time turn on Monday speech here. All right, continue.
The Jamaica Labour Party is
And by the way, you notice when I get the handout, a labor right alone get the handout and everybody pay them taxes. When I get them chicken back and them get this and what have you, you notice? But it was for hard, right? Continue.
And because of that, we don't look at any political area and say, well, a PNP area. Oh. I want to be Prime Minister for all Jamaica. Prime Minister for the people in South-West.
So people, when you're Prime Minister, you're Prime Minister. That's why I'm fuck up the people, let me know. Because if I use these terms, like Jamaica split up, you know, say never up to no good. Because a Prime Minister is a Prime Minister. You run the government, everybody pay them taxes, them forget what the services and everything are fight, right? You hear what I'm saying? Listen this. Listen.
Prime Minister for the people in South St. Andrew. Prime Minister for the people in Portmore. Prime Minister.
To the one that we're not call, you're not a Prime Minister for them then. Yeah, this.
Minister for the people in Westmoreland. We want them to know that we're not going to leave any area unrepresented by the Jamaica Labour Party. We are going to present representation in all areas of Jamaica because the message that the Jamaica Labour Party has to deliver is a message for all Jamaica. So when we gather here as an area council, it is not only labor rights we bring in here. We want to transform the area council so that anybody.
So you see, God go preach on Monday, but more to not listening keenly, you know. Pass some and look what I want now, you know, Pat. Me have to play out this. We have to remind the nastiness of this and others.
Who want to pay attention to what is happening in the country and hear about what the political party is doing can feel comfortable to walk through the door, sitting and hear what the Jamaica Labour Party is doing. Because the country is changing in the labour rights. By 2015, 50% of the population of Jamaica will be between 18 and 35 years old. Half of them won't know nothing about Michael Manley. They won't know nothing about the 70s or the 80s for that matter.
They don't know nothing about hard work too.
You hear this?
All they will know about is what is happening now. They might have a little understanding.
That's why I'm trying to treat them for Michael Manley, you know. I'm not go so that mean you that dunce. Can you couldn't go to school? All them I tell you them I know about. I train people them. I have to take 5 grand for chew and dunce. If you take 5 grand and dunce, so most of the people them will follow me matter because everybody study history. And if you don't know your past and the future, you can't talk about you live in the present and think about the future.
Understanding of what happened in the 90s. So we have to craft a politics that will be relevant.
Craft a politics. Craft a politics. I play it out in your ear and you see everything I play out, brother.
To them, the Labour Party must reach out to the youth of this country and create a message that is relevant to them.
A message relevant to them. You tell us the PR guy, you hear him? It's a long time I have him dirty plan.
And we have been doing that. We have been doing that. I want to say to you that the current understanding of politics and what has been preached to the mass of Jamaican people is that there is one political party that will take care of the poor.
Listen to this.
And you know what is the sad thing? There are people who believe that.
Hear this.
And all that that political party has preached is about poor people and power.
Hear this.
But you know what?
You know, say people them from him say that, you know, say them for running away. Because they're testing them in a poverty and them poor. Them the rich. And a bush squad pitting them. And none of the big boy pitting them. Them poor, real poor. And you hear what I say? The PNP are pretty well poor for uplift them. Continue.
Especially with the younger generation. They're knowing that this poverty business.
Yeah.
We're tired of poverty in a Jamaica.
Right now, brother, the people them can't buy them and yam all themselves. The way them hungry, them and yam front, back and everything. Them not have no food for them and yam all kind of things no part. The people them hungry, them turn vampire. Eh? Jamaica never used to yam, so now them and yam, them a lick out and yam everything. All police and yam ice cream. The way them hungry. And them no pass out nothing. Eh? And to cause these things. Continue.
You come, you see your granny poor, you see your father poor, and then you are hearing from a political party that says, don't worry man, we will take care of you when you are poor. We don't want that anymore.
Alright, now I'm a cut some poor relief for us and the people. And give them money for go back. Hey, him is that shit, you know. 10 years. Man, they take no time and turn around the country when them destroyed in the 60s. He might take over 10 plus. And look at the people them now. Look how them hungry. Remember, continue to play this. I catch him with the one where I get in a part. But I'm supposed to sit down and looking at his teeth. Eh?
You know, you have to catch him, because I'm a liar, you know. Because a mouthful of lie that speak this way, you know. And it's just so diabolical to digest. You my shit, man.
I'm self-him attack. Continue.
It is now time for a new philosophy, a new outlook, a new way of thinking must enter the political arena. It must now be a doctrine of prosperity, a philosophy.
A doctrine of prosperity. That's the reality, you know. So when them tell about fucking prosperity, look at the people them all them hungry and stay now. Do you hear them hungry? Them and them don't have some summer front. Them yam everything. Me say our police and yam it too. Them and yam everything. Do you hear them on belt? The police take it for you, and the first never hear this. Police and yam them thing if you ice cream to backside part. Ice cream, not my word. Do you hear him hungry taste like ice cream to him? Eh? In my nastiness, continue.
How can we make you prosperous and successful? Jamaica is too much of a blessed country to be poor.
Look where him take the country and do to it. Him tell, hey, him is a piece of shit too, you know. Look at him, hey, I play at this part when I play it, I get me mad. Yeah, I get mad to never finish play it out. You see where him take the man though? Everything where him say yes, that him do to the people, you know. He pull them right now 700,000 and more than that. This guy's a piece of shit. And Holness, play this.
The time has come for us to reject this fool politics about poverty.
You hear this? You will reject fool politics about poverty. Can you imagine? You get up here and have nothing. Them pack in our bus. But they must talk about you. That's why Andrew them so rich, you know. Because them people are sitting down and follow this fucker here. And you see it? Andrew Wheatland have illicit enrichment. 100 million. The whole of them pack up together. Them and them family never see that money. Never see it in them life. One man. You hear this? Continue. Andrew Holness. How much money have around that we don't know where the money come from? The whole of them are the same thing. You see it? Continue.
Whatever the issues were in our history that has made our circumstances such that we have a great number of persons in our society who are poor, whatever those were, whether it is slavery, lack of access to education, whether it is lack of access to housing, we cannot use those things as an excuse anymore.
Brother, so all the place just not even the road fix. You say him can't come in an excuse to me. You hear what I'm saying? Continue.
What the government must be saying to you, and that is what the Jamaica Labour Party
saying to you.
He has been saying. The new dispensation of development in this country means that we have to look at all the people and say to them, poverty means 4 things in this country. It means
people listen this good. I saw people say people hungry now them and I'm front and full them belly. Me see police I do it enough a fella. Them and I'm back to back and front. Them and have everything. Anything required them coming like Jamaican don't know coming like Chinese all a back road. Everything them and them never used to stay so. Continue.
That you don't have a job.
It is job.
So you don't have an income. And because you don't have job and you don't have income, you can't buy the things that you would want.
Let me stop here a little there. Let me ask you something, Anjo. Look here where starting put up. This has shown me, yes, has shown me, we should have opened this bigger. It has shown me over 700,000 people. Right now, let me say 700,000 when I have no job. You say them not have no job and them not have no income. But you say them not have no job. So when you call them people here, because a Jamaican them without a work, where you can't provide. But you say you're tired of poverty. There's over 30% of people not working, you know. It's more than this still in a part. Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Pat. It's more than that.
Definitely. Because we know I suppress the statistical figure, you know. So when them put out 2.6, all you have to do is just multiply that times 10 and you get the true reflection of the figure. 36% of the people them, not working, don't have no job because this guy and the administration don't provide nothing for them in that regard.
Yes.
Yeah, but him talk about, hold on, it's weird. Let me just dissect one thing where I talk about. Yeah?
Yes.
When they try to ridicule the People's National Party.
Yes.
Yeah, and say them talking about poor. Them have to talk about poor because the massive of the people poor. So if him reject that, oh, we not see rich ghetto people under FEMA administration for 10 years. Because I have to come to the opposite, you know. And the opposite are poor are rich. But the people them are suffer, can't buy a loaf of bread, can't buy nothing. I pay £half and big jail. No pound, nothing now, they on list again.
No.
£1/4, £half, big jail.
Yes.
This guy had a garbage man and for go man, a criminal this. Criminal in a politics.
Pat, you so you play about all them a Queens and you know like when you play about them you do, you know. Because they
No.
have what him do, you have to play them back and hold him to him one word. But I show him.
Let me show him up, you know.
Of course. That's how we play it.
Yeah, man.
That you don't have the best access to education.
It is.
And because of that, sometimes you don't get access to job.
Yeah,
Which means you don't get access to income. That means you can't buy the things that you want.
So, okay, you hear what I'm just saying? So the 700,000 people, if you have no job, you have no access to income, or them survive, brother. Or if you call them underemployment, brother, that would be nice. That can't nice. You can't change it. Nobody can go underemployment, them unemployed. Them not work. If them never hustle, like when you see some of them work and have everything and the code things, them no make a food. Eh? Andrew cars this, you know, brother. No, but the Andrew cars it, you know. The man them the way them hungry and police. And you have some sour thing and I care about it tastes like ice cream. Eh? Some nasty thing you might eat and I call it ice cream. You know, like some people are drink. You know, like how them say when some people out there like in the desert and them hungry and them start, you know, fear them as things. Them and have something and think of chicken. And that happened to them down a yard, you know, brother.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Poverty also means that you don't have access to things like healthcare.
Healthcare! Bumbo clad. Look at the man destroy the healthcare. You everything, me have play this. Me have to play it and I listen for Andrew Holness this. Look what him and Andrew, look what him and tough them, look what administration do to healthcare. Him and tell about poverty and healthcare. Yeah, this. Doctors, nurses, everybody are come out and a ball. Me have the video, the people are jump off a chair and dead. This kind of mean nobody no good. Listen, man.
And so more time you're sick, you can't get work, you can't work long enough. But you know what else poverty also means? Poverty also means, and especially in the Jamaican context, it means inequality and alienation. And
alienation, you see, him know it, you see it. And the same to the people them right now, better. A guy are wicked, you know. Him know what do to the people them in Daniel. You see, say a guy are wicked, it's them evil.
Because in the midst of poverty, you see people doing extremely well.
Him and Andrew Wheatley and Darrell Pumpers and nobody of them are doing extremely well right now, you know. James Roberts, them have, this.
Barack Obama, you know. talking about inequality in America. He said, boy, we have to worry about inequality, income inequality, because some people earning a whole heap and the mass not earning anything. And if it is allowed to continue, America will be like Jamaica.
Brother, him raise him pay. To the, you know, so everything when talk, him fuck up the people and make it, you know. The man, him should him raise him pay, him not need the money. Him push it to nearly 30 million. And the people them not get nothing. Inequality. You hear him now? You can't believe that in this? I can't him, that's why I'm short and swing them time here. I can't him this.
Now, by virtue of our history, Jamaica has, in this region, the Latin American Caribbean region, probably only Haiti could compare, the highest level of inequality of income.
But I don't know if I go talk about it, because none of them people that you put out and underemployed, them not make no money. Them not have a job. You hear this?
You have a few rich and a whole heap of poor. And it's not a small gap, it's a wide gap.
Can you imagine the gap now? You know, say them for a long time. You know, say them evil though. Everything we're saying for the people, brother. Can you imagine Andrew want to assist me up here? Imagine this, Pat.
You better believe time you play because of the dead definition of where I'm going right now, he must spill out there so. But him spill it out in a reverse psychology. But everything went out there, so it a go on now under film administration.
Yeah. So
and that is why we hold them accountable in a way, and that is why these videos are very vital. Yeah.
Yeah.
To highlight to the people this guy from where which part him a come from with them lie. Yeah. Look on the inequality as it relates to for them salary compared to the teacher and the nurse them. And the police them.
Compared to
everybody. You know, say a garbage that's in front of it. This for charge for treason. Yeah. Yeah, man. And you charge him for perjury. You fling the whole law book at him, you know. The amount of crime where this guy are committing, you know. Yeah, remember, he lie and he stole the country, you know. So you charge him for perjury and treason. Yeah? I remember saying you have to hold him accountable. Yeah? For how he mash up the country and the people in life. Yeah? And that's why we assure the people and say, him cannot be trusted. Just listen him. I speak lavishly, but I speak in a reverse psychology. And everything him talk this so it him a use and I run the country right now. Inequality. Yeah. Nobody no get rich from the ghetto. Them still poor. Yeah. I tell him, you know, say, look, you think Mama Pia keep on the poor wait till when I come in.
Well, I know part. The man never play a part where you say Mama P them keep them down because they can get them vote and give them money. And what them I do about act still on this. I'm set, but look here, hear this.
So I want the poor people of the country to understand that the PNP has been tricking you for a long time talking about poverty because they don't understand poverty, and the truth is they don't want you to come out of poverty. They like it the way it is because they feel they will always get poor people voting for them, so keep them poor.
I'm self. You ain't talk about your vote. You know, see some man buy vote until they say they can't talk to you. You know, see the PNP buy vote. I'm self. You know, everything will come out I'm self, you know. You hear this? Poor people vote. You hear this?
And as I stand here today, I tell you that I born poor. I was born in Spanish Town. Grew up at 56 Cumberland Road. In a board house, 1 bedroom. Grew up with my great grandmother. Single parent house. Use Jimmy. Walk to school. Sit down in a classroom with 60 picnic and listen.
Me not done with him yet, you know. But me just want to answer that when just say and so. Let me answer him 3 ways. Let me just answer this 4 times.
At 56 Cumberland Road.
Same place.
I was born in a 2-bedroom board house at 56 Cumberland Road.
Yes.
In a Spanish town.
Yes.
Just down the road from the Grassyard Market. My father is still a farmer.
Yes.
And my mother is a retired civil servant. Who sent the 2 of us, me and my sister, to school on a civil servant salary.
And civil servant that make enough money them time there, yeah?
I never born with no gold spoon in my mouth. I know what it is to go school and not have no lunch money.
Civil servant, and I remember where I get free thing at school. He might go to school and have no lunch money. This is how the fuck I lie. I remember I sent it to him, man. So by 78, if him even a grade 1, he might have, and I'll be a fuck him attack, you know. Continue.
But my parents teach me.
I remember, see, I'm going to stop even the university, the free education, until I'm 86. So 71, 72, 82, I'm at 10. I'm at 14. When see, I got, I'm dangerous, you know.
My parents said, don't beg.
Well on, not stop that. So let me play this.
Bowels of the working class. Leader of the opposition, Andrew Holness, had a response to that.
Well, I think the Prime Minister tried to play a very old trick,
which is
to say, I'm suffering with you, I come from you.
I some start that I was born when him said this.
You know, I don't believe that the Prime Minister has any more credentials to claim the constituents of poor than most people in Parliament. Certainly not more than I do. My own background is such that I was born in Spanish Town, lived in a board house, 1-room board house for many years. But outside of that, people are now at a point where they realize that they...
1 room for many years, but 2 room. Let me hear him say, I said, 1 room.
I was born in Spanish Town, as you know, at the Spanish Town Hospital. I left there and went to live. Basically, I was grown up by my great-grandmother. It was a 2-bedroom board house.
Me bumbo in lie, you know, a 2-bedroom now, and great-grandmother and grandaunt there now too, you know. What I know, in grandaunt there so now too, you know. My grandaunt occupied one side, and me, my grandmother, and my sister in one. Him and him grandmother and him sister now in a one, and him and him grandmother go. The fuck a lie. You hear this?
Then, when my mother, who was a civil servant, she decided that she wanted us to come and live with them. We get ready.
So him born, but and I'm mother born him, you know, can born and go with him granny. So I'm granny, can mother have a job and say she want them to come live. Right? And then mother, you know, I must say mother, granny, you know, can great grandmother, you know. Him say great grandmom. And him mother want him now, hear this.
House, a little 1-bedroom, and we live with her.
So in a way, there's a 2-bedroom. Him grandaunt lived there, him great grandmother lived there. And then now, him build 1 room first and 2 room. Him lie about it now. Him lie.
Very lie.
Eh?
But we find out something here, wait. Let me find out something, because in this inception, I will never talk about him upbringing and, you know.
Yeah.
We get more out of him and we hear about some more connected family members. But when him there on the political platform, 2 different segments him give again, but him leave out a whole heap of information. Yes, this guy is a piece of liar than old criminal, man.
Yeah.
Him for go away, you know.
He lie bad man. But hear this
go away, man.
Hear where him say him go up now. Hear this now.
Central Avenue in Hampton Green. Until she was able to work and she buy an NHD house in a place called Riverside Park in Spanish Town, and that's where I grew up for the...
What? Walk over in some city, on the boulevard, on the other side. When you are going on the right-hand side, right? When you turn on Riverside, at the NHD house them. We know them. But this is how I'm like, so your mother could have worked there, so, and buy a house with a salary. That's to show you how house cheap. You saw the fuck alive. And he lived there for many years, you don't know.
Rest of my life. Nobody.
He lived there for the rest of his life. The same place where you see him owe school fee.
Student loan.
Yeah, I 4 different things. This him just said a while, you know. All him aunt, him getting at this, him father, him mother and thing, then him granny, then I 4 different things. Move on yourself, Andrew. Let me finish where I'm talking. This is how the man lie. Continue, 4 different things.
But I don't believe that I must use poverty as an excuse. I don't believe that I must be the politician who come and talk about poor. Because I live it. But my family and my parents were proud people. And they make sure driving on my head. That not because you're poor, you must get a pass.
His mother get one of man the NHT house, the fucker grew up in her. And him just say it at over the same day. I like to tell about Spanish Road and go up there, you know. NHT house him go up in a Mandy house. Yeah? She get that. And it never expensive. But this is how I'm lie. The same man when I try burn out at NHT house him go up in her. Continue.
It is by the sweat of your brow So this business of the poverty politics that the PNP preach, which creates a vicious cycle that keeps you in poverty. PNP come to you and they say, don't worry man, we're going run the thing in such a way that we will give you a little crumbs.
And the PNP must do this to the people. This is the exact thing my Andrew do. PNP I get crumbs.
And you take the crumbs and you say, yes, Curry water next year, Curry water next year. And the rest of Jamaica look on at you. I said, what are you doing?
Let me move here, Sir Andrew. Because I want to move this little before Pat come in because I continue. I continue with that, but I move this. I go to you just a curry water ask you, what on there? Because I have to show him up in a pot. No two way about it. The guy evil, you know. And this is what I want to do to the people, you know. Him come in with the buyout thing, you know. Them buy vote till they look bad. What on there? I'm going at it. I'm going at it. You buy vote. What on there? Buy vote. We could go and buy a vote. But the man, hey, Andrew, for go away in a pot.
Yeah, man, away. But if you're listening, I know you're not a follow speaker, you know. Because you see how long I emphasize on the topic of poor, but yet still I ridicule Mama P and say, all them talk about a poor. But listen how long I emphasize on poor. And I try to define it. Yeah, but I'm not doing nothing to rectify that. The people are poorer in a them time, yeah. Yeah, because remember, you know, we hear my talk about curry goat and oxtail. You know,
the labor right them cheap.
And chicken back and curry goat. Curry goat and chicken back is replace that with, you know.
Curry goat and oxtail. Yes. Let me show you something.
And some man don't have no self-esteem. The labor right them a sell them vote for spoil fertilizer.
Yeah,
all the labor right them cheap. And they don't have nothing about them. Half bag of fertilizer them a sell them vote for. And another good fertilizer the spoil fertilizer.
Hear this.
Many of you would have been seeing a demonstration that went on in Northwest St. Elizabeth. I don't want to go further into it, but I want you to understand, for every election that we have had, you have had the people coming out and demonstrating against me. And every election, I have won by a bigger majority. I told the area council a couple weeks ago that the demonstration was coming because I call it the pre-election demonstration because we know it's coming. And I won't get into the sort of people who were there. But some of them, you help them once, you help them twice, and the time you don't help them, then turn around and cuss you. One of them has sent on farm work. And after 3 weeks, the man come back home, said the work too tough. He can't manage it. And then him now want the MP to support him. Another one you see in the picture, him admit that him got 50 chicken and 5 bag of feed from me. But I never give him the black drum. So you understand the people that I deal with in my constituency. So no matter what happen, they have to come good. The rest of them who were there get $5,000 and a box lunch.
I don't know who Andrew talk about. This is Andrew talk about how we go to next year. This is when I'm minister. This is Ochi, Crutchy. Yeah? And I can show when I'm buy vote, because I have all of the video them there. So. Him one minister, them I tell you who and who forget money. Because we just play one more minister. I wish devil them buy things to use for them for melting pot. Here that one yeah. Currency yeah. Here currency yeah.
Currency have people that stick up to blood that conference. Currency said nobody never jump off of this bus, panning that bus for lunch money. Nobody can collect nobody lunch money. Everybody have to collect their own money. So she assured definitely say, yo, nothing no bandul, no ratting can go on, nothing can go on. You ever see man deal with all this ratting no go on, man? How comfortable this go on? Eh? In a heavy MP, man go to one tunnel and get one good.
You hear that? In a them MP, you hear this part? In a every one of them MP.
Something different. This MP come to blood like everything personal, brother. Nothing can rat. Not even $1. So no man no come and say, yo, the man they go and piss to give me money. He have to do the present to get him money.
When you hear this stuff,
no man can jump off of this bus and jump on a bus because collect again like that. Not like that. He say. Can't send any text to.
So Holness.
Yes.
You say I'm Mama P, you say I practice this guy. But yes, still at them you seen at the house with you, Coachy just come out, And this at them themselves with a show coachy. And you have no shame. You have nothing. Everything when you preach against it's a practice. In my germs, in practice, they said, no unquestioned character can go into the place. And in preach, him questionable. But you have to go into the house, you have to be an unquestioned character. If you're questionable, you can't go in there. Well, unquestionable.
I'm very happy that you have been seeing the messages in the groups. And I'm very serious about that. Nothing is wrong with having a very fair system. Any man who wants something extra, or if he's in a problem, him can always come, like you have come, and many others have come, and they may put a case. But when we have hundreds of people going to conference, we can't have a situation where one man collect 5 lunch money, and at the end of conference you have some supporters who
preach about PMP, One man collect 5 lunch money. And what am I doing?
Step for hungry, not even a buckle of water, then get. In the same way, with the Christmas work, I have so many labor rights today who tell me thanks.
Labor right, that's why Andrew can't vote for. Man, they will never say this. And do them not partisan, none of them. You hear this labor right, tell her thanks.
Because them used to people going in their envelope and take out what them feel like. Take out it. But now when them open up their envelope and some of them see them $4,000 and they $5,000. The first year when I change it up, People call and ask if them to give back 1,000 to somebody.
Them not use some money neither. People call she for 4,000 and 5 after them the work, brother. And say them to give back 1,000 out of it because them never get this. Yeah.
Because they use the people that scam them. So you see the system that I want to run, this MP want to run. I'm not going to run any system where one labor right rob another labor right or scam another.
And about Jamaican people, labor right rob next labor right.
Labor right. I run a system where if I have somebody in a situation and they need extra help, come ask for the extra help. But don't
extra help.
Take $1 from another labor right. Yes. So I admit that is the system that I'm running. One that is fair and one that is organized. Not one where some labor right are dead for hungry and some labor right belly full.
And them I must in politics. Because you're not supposed to nobody attack this kind of way. When I government, you're not government. Can you imagine that about labor right and belly full and hungry? Then
politics that I got to water politics with corruption mixed with it.
With poverty. With poverty.
Yeah. They don't see it. Because you can take taxpayers' money and I distribute it under that scheme the way she run. Yeah. And then now I highlight when she put money in an envelope, it's amazing to some of the people them ask if them to give up money. And the money where she a project. Then I saw them have Jamaican people I run behind them for them to go up there.
$3 grand and $4 grand.
Fully well Jamaican people, you know. Them consumer bill, is, done using the US currency index. So regardless of why you spend, it have a value that intertwine with the United States currency. So when we are here about them little money, the 4,000 in an envelope, it turn people head that them have to ask them to give up money out there. And what's going on?
No, but Andrew, when this just I say, Mama Pina for your time, want to keep the people them poor because they can't buy it.
Yeah. But just find out a property on top of property that. You understand? Yeah. That's what you call real property. Yeah. That beyond poor. So when you see the labor right, them lie when them make speech, The liar party, Yeah. And it's been led by the world's greatest liar, Andrew Holness. Yeah. The world's greatest liar, the king for lie. Undisputed anywhere you go in the world. And you ask people, them tell you say Jamaican Prime Minister. Who don't know him name? Them I say Jamaican Prime Minister. Who know him name? I say Andrew Holness. Yeah? Because there is no way what is happening today can mirror itself with Portia Simpson time. No. It's a far different environment Jamaican is experiencing now. An environment that doesn't lend them the purchasing power to do grocery. Them have to go buy half-pound Big Jill and all them numbers there. And them list them, the underprivileged people them. Yeah. Half you utilize. Bread can't go up on them table again, Egg can't go up on them table. Yeah. And certainly oxtail. Yeah. Well, him call it curry goat, but we don't know it as curry goat when we go shop. We know it as goat meat. Yeah. But call it what it will. Jamaican people can't afford oxtail, the massive. And them can't afford curry goat as like what I said. So I replace that now. He replace the oxtail with turkey neck, I replace the curry goat with chicken back. And you chop up chicken back, you curry it. Yeah. And you brown down the turkey neck like how you brown down the oxtail. So them have it so long time, but them going to give the people in a reverse psychology. You understand? So the chronological now, it a play out in front of everybody. At the poorest time in Jamaica history this year. Poorest time. Because remember, anytime you see a country have note like $5,000 bill, you know it's a weak economy. Yeah? With a currency that can't leave the shore. Remember, Jamaican money can't pass no night to airport, And that alone we use and mash them up, That alone we use and mash them up. When your currency does not, get a look in outside of your country. Beyond your border, your currency can't spend. It's bad. And then you come now, and trick the people them, with a corruption speech. It's only upon political platform, only a galvanize on the supporter base. But at them lie on tell full supporters, no one of them so dunce. No wonder the GLP supporter base so dunce, because we see some bloggers where a black for them unbelievable. You understand? We have to highlight the situation for what it is because we are patriotic Jamaican. Yeah? We not deal with no party in reality. You understand? We are dealing with the country. And we are saying the country need a better, leadership who can raise the profile of the country and the people, the morale. You boost it. Because something is going on in the country. That boosts morale. Nothing going on in Jamaica. Jamaica being affected by all various type of corrupted element. Yeah. From state killing, drugs trafficking, all these type of, rip-off from ministry. And it's unbelievable. So it begs us to believe, what is really the fundamental day-to-day practice. Because it can't be that you normalize corruption and it you do, you do nothing to uplift the country. Yeah? No investment now coming at Jamaica. But on the sun our own country. Yeah? The country not moving with the pace of the 21st century. Where technology is concerned as it relates to internet familiarity amongst Jamaican, so them can, propel themselves for working at the tech giant them. That not go on. That's not going on. There's a program in Barbados called the Nomad, where, you set up something and you get the invested community from overseas come in and buying into that. You know how much money Barbados are make from that? And that's what boosts morale in those islands in the Caribbean. You understand? Because it lends a broader spectrum, to the society where people can create self-employment of worthwhile income. In a Jamaica, a hustling we deal with, Even when you're self-employed, a hustle. You understand? Because you have nothing that is attracting people with purchasing power. People who have money to spend. In a Barbados, them have the Nomad. So, for them thing, it's well advanced in comparison to where I go on at Jamaica. So I ask the question, the Labour administration, them not no vision. They have a vision, them have is to rob the taxpayers' money and deal with cronyism, Cronyism, where everything been handed to them friend. You understand? Nepotism and cronyism, and it them specialize in, So we have to just look on this administration, for what it is. And it's a non-performing administration, that cannot put out anything of substance that it has done to uplift the people in Jamaica. Them now have nothing. You understand? No building project. They see them run around some building project, a private investment are going, and to use it to go do PR. But then, what to them private investment now? You see any of them take off? Them stagnated, you know. I remember we round used to tell them that because you can't build them, you know, expensive project there in Jamaica. For it have any life in the economy, it's not going to have it. Because remember, you know, you have to rent them building there at the exorbitant going rate at where you Holness them come out with. Yeah. I remember, you know, nobody in Jamaica is there to utilize them new building there. So then becomes elephant, Ruthven Road Towers, a white elephant that, you know, and it costs them because it flood out. Over 60 million them have to pay out, you know, in insurance, you know. Yeah. Because of our lack of vision, lack of understanding. Yeah. Any government who you see, I carry out investment in our country, but it does not coincide with the economy and the inflation of the country. You know, a garbage. You build house 30, 40 million. How many people can buy a house in Jamaica for 30, 40 million? Especially when you have built condominium apartment. But now go spend 40 million on them there. Better go buy a piece of land and build them things and it not cost him that. And him have him privacy. Yeah. Him have him 4 wall for himself. Yeah. And him have him floor for himself. And him have him rooftop for himself. Not when him in a condominium box where people on top of people and side of people. So them there, yeah, is of no good as it relates to investment in housing solution in Jamaica. Yeah, so no feel this so. Obviously we no feel in other things as well, you know. Yeah. Because what we like to do? We like to do some hanky-panky business that give you the opportunity to rob the monies. Yeah. We are having emergency procurement of funds. Yeah. But they're not supposed to be happening. We have untended where them put on the table contract. Yeah. Where it's just one-on-one. Now we need contract will go up on the table, you know, tender. Yeah. And the best bidder walk away with the contract and the true transparency of the contract being outlined to the public. No hanky-panky or secrecy. Yeah, but Andrew government, you know, and himself, you know, pride themselves on these hanky-panky and secret deal. Because remember, them are give to them friend and them are take the kickback. That's why them have so much unexplained wealth and want in a problem with IC. When IC humble reveal where them submit to IC, IC no make up nothing upon them. IC don't make up anything upon them, you know, because IC without have its jurisdiction to do such thing. Yeah? So when the IC come out and reveal the true status of these individuals, yeah, the IC is only being modest because there are a lot more things that have been hidden where the IC do have know about, and then sometimes do have go back to the genesis of these guys. Because remember, you know, Andrew is of a prime case, you know, in point. Because IC are investigating from 2021. Melting Potter investigating from 1998. Kind of never declared the 47 million. And him can't come and refute when me I say, you know. What I'm saying is legitimate. Because IC did not know about you and your 47 million till we round here so bust it out, you know. And IC never know about no taxi dildo service where you run, you know. And all the other thing them like loan institution, Omega Bridge. Yeah. IC never know about them then. But even when you explain them things to the Integrity Commission, you're still a lie. Because your father exposed you, you know. When you are talking about 2 taxi and make 10 million, your father say a lie at 30 taxi have and more upon the wharf to come off. But yet still, not even your party base. Never know say a 30 taxi. You go there talk say a 2 taxi. And then you go back and say a 3 taxi. Like you head all over the shop. Yeah, because you lie them, you know. Go zigzag, you know. Yeah, that's why you can't remember what you say, cause lie, you lie. You're lying to the Jamaican. Yeah. You cannot defend yourself, Andrew, based on the amount of corruption where you find yourself in. The amount of Ponzi scheme where you're attached to. Yeah. The amount of underworld contract where you run with Gavin. Yeah. Where you just coming at the politics. Where you're the Ministry of Education. Yeah. I wanna make no money. Wagga. Yeah. Oh, you defend yourself. You cannot. At just time I catch up with you and everything I reveal. You understand? It's like the cream arise to the top of the coffee. That's what is up taking place. Because you're so stupid you never know say it must come to light one day. You think we will just watch you as the wealthiest prime minister in our region and we not take note of you? As the only prime minister where I run all type of various business consortium, trucking, private property development, loan institution, taxi service. All when time them not credible, me I find them out because you say it, you know. Shell companies. We have to take note of you. You're involved in a too much business forum. And remember you evade tax in your own country. Those are criminal activities. And they must be highlighted. Because you prove yourself in no uncertain manner that you are not prime minister material and you don't surplus the requirement. Yeah, because that's what we see. In front of our eyes, as real Jamaican, we don't see a guy who we can trust the country. Remember, under your stewardship, I've been the man in charge of Jamaica. Jamaica has become a narco state. Bear that in mind. Under your stewardship as the man running the country, Jamaica has received travel advisory, level 4, and crime as it relates to security and medical side of things as it relates to the health sector. Now, if those two topical discussion have to go as far as into the international community, where they might tell them people say, look, there is risk factor in you going to Jamaica. You go to Jamaica on your own terms. Because Jamaica government have nothing as it relates to. They cannot provide medical care if you take sick down there. Because them have no hospital or ambulance and nothing in the hospital that in bed. And them I tell you say you go down to Jamaica at your own risk because the crime down there turn up. But when we listen to individual minister from the same two ministry, them tell you say them spend the most money on crime and health. Crime run out from crime. And I elaborate some astronomical billions. But we not see the beneficial of that. Tough tongue him come out and do the same thing. So the whole of them have them little, you know, package where them come disperse to trick the people them. If una spend the money upon them two ministry there, then how them two ministry they get travel advisory level 4. Them should have in a prime condition and running and serving the people them effectively. So when people come to Jamaica, they don't have problem in accessing service from those two ministries. So even the international community knows on the line. Them know. Because remember the embassy them in Jamaica, you know. Yeah. You know them pick up on things, you know. And you know them filter it back to them country. Yeah. That's how them work. So the country are fully aware of situation. Yeah, whether ongoing or developing. But them aware of situation in Jamaica. Yeah. And then now go sit on it. They are going to make it privy to the people from them country. So when we look on with this administration our Holness are running on, is an administration we need to get rid of. Yeah, Jamaican people, if you as my fellow brothers and sisters, yeah, under the nationality of Jamaican, want to see a better Jamaica, then we have to act responsible. We have to cut out the party politics. And like to defend garbage. Garbage is not something you defend, it must get stink on you one day, you know. Garbage is something where you get rid of. Yeah. So we can't have the man them a run the place. The way how them a run it. To suit themselves like it's a party. You know. Endeavor. And not the country. Who we hear what this talk about? He's going to be the prime minister for everybody. You know, see the man neglect a whole heap of places in Jamaica, man, because them not vote for him. Then that's the same speech what I lie. Anybody down at the West get anything, and when it come freely, if you get issue to them, you know, see the guy make 400 ton go to waste when people are crying for assistance. Dying and dropping down for thirst, over thirst and hunger. But the man weighs 400 ton. Yeah, a supply with individual and country sent in a Jamaica for aid with the crisis of Hurricane Melissa. But at the same shit house, you are telling us, say, him will not be prime minister for the Jamaica Labour Party. Him will be prime minister for everybody. And him tell you about the youths them and how him want to uplift them. When you say, bury my youth them in a Jamaica, you know, with state killing, you know. How much are we youth gone in recent months? Them not there when we again, you know. Them under the ground. Them bone white. Skeleton, them turn. So they move from mortal to immortality. You understand? Andrew caused that in our people. No two ways about that. Andrew administration has brought the country to its knee. When you mention about Jamaica 18 I'm speaking, I see him take Jamaica past 80. Sink Jamaica below 80. Yes, this guy is evil. This guy is a destructive demon in the society in Jamaica. Yeah? That's why him can't get enough. Where he thinks him had enough and him go cool off, him find something new for unleash for the population. So him come with the man Pumpas and the police then. You know, so them bring out one new brand ticketing system. Where everyone know can't sleep at night, you know. Because remember, you know, the ticketing system where them introduce right now, yeah, it have the mechanism to take away your license for up to 2 years. Now when he's a driver by profession, yeah, and Andrew and them criminal police them tell lie and call them a sneak revenue from all means, yeah, and done your point system where them put out for you. Pan things when you acquire pints nowhere else in the world. Yeah? Them have it and utilize it and remove 4 pints and 6 pints from the license. Then I know time, little time, the pint system not The road man. I don't have nothing left on the lose on the license. They want to do. And I like Andrew have a social service put in place, you know. One can go get some aid, you know. Yeah. One can go start something. Well, Andrew do, you know, make sure no say when them are squeezing, I'm squeezing living daylight and life out, I don't know. They might extract from you guys in Jamaica like how you see them squeeze orange or milk cane. Trash him a leaving or two. So it must be of cause for concern. Because nowhere in the world no govern like that. Under democracy. When you see place govern like that, it's dictatorship. Now we have to recognize that, you know. Because it's eminent, it is there in Jamaica. No two ways about it. You cannot turn the black of your eye for where I'm going in Jamaica as it relates to dictatorship. Anything our Holness want roll out, you know. That's why Jamaica people have to lift up the man and give thanks and praise to Sir Marky G. Because if I never Sir Marky G come beat them where Andrew Holness are coming in with the Republican thing and ceremonial president and control the place. Yeah. Because Andrew Holness priority in recent years, yeah, especially since 2021, is to make sure know that him have full control of Jamaica to prevent him and him conglomerates them from going to prison for the high level of theft and corruption that they have carried out in Jamaica over the past decade. It's nothing about governing Jamaica anymore. It's about finding ways and means to put in place protection barrier for him and him criminal friends them. Yeah, because them afraid of prison, you know. Them afraid of prison. This is why Andrew Holness used the mechanism of awarding himself, yeah, and the rest of cabinet members them this high increase in salary package. Automatically, the opposition have to benefit from it. But it's not the opposition choice or desire to implement such a ludicrous salary increase in our weakened economy that is struggling for oxygen. But you go in and decide to carry out such an operation when the oxygen drum them low in the country as it relates to finance. And you're an evil and wicked guy, man. So it's when them do that now, some other people have to fall in line, you know. Permanent secretary them, because there's a percentage gap that has to be maintained. Yeah, so them people now, yeah, who are carry out certain activity for them are benefit now. But it's a corrupted wage increase scheme, organized. Because that scheme have knock-on effect, as I told you. Yeah. Once the member of parliament them increased, they say, you know, the permanent secretary them have to automatically come up to a level, you know. Yeah, and then when you know him expand the scheme into the justice system, because I need them to protect him, you know. Yeah, man. So people like Paul will move from 4 million to 12 million. But yet still them have over 3,000 unsolved cases in front of them. Saying no, they're not working, but they have been awarded for failures. So we are look on it and I said, then hold on. Can a guy say he want to run the country? Yeah, disrespect, good leadership, yeah, and good policy where Mama P did have, yeah, and then come now and take the country and ravish the country within a decade, ravish the country, you know. See, inflation rise by 7% on top of what it was prior. Risen by 7%. No, my Jamaican people are going to manage. And that's such a gruesome circumstance. Austerity measure and inflation. Because remember, you know, Andrew them no want to tell society say the country in a recession, you know. But we know that. We know the country contracted consecutively 2 quarters. Now, anywhere when you deal with country and its financial and its economical status as it relates to its GDP, yeah, that constitute recession. And if you're going at the 3rd quarter and your contract, you know you're going in a depression. So I don't know when Andrew Holness are trying to, you know, talk to the people in Jamaica, why him have to invest in so much life. Come clean up. People who have full understanding of where I'm going, you know. Yeah. But you keep telling them how the country advancing and how the country doing well. But further along the line, when certain figure being projected, it show you and you burst like a balloon. Cause you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you're nothing more than a piece of diabolical shit. A guy who decides, so well, then was all the way you can lead the country. It's down a pathway of destruction, using your rhetoric of lies, your PR, your soundbite. We don't want no prime minister for your operator and those, you know, folly scheme. Them they are folly scheme. You trick and con the people them. You send out police where you create your own police force. Where your government fully aware of a death squad, but do nothing about it. Yeah? Because you want to do what? Drive fear in the heart of the society. Where everybody fear you, your police force, your army. Yeah? And you yourself. Because all you do is mash up the people in life. You know, from you come in, you just wreck Jamaica and Jamaican. You take a beach access from them. Yeah? Remember them can't talk to policemen anymore again. One time Jamaican whole conversation with police officers, male and female. Yeah, our police look very attractive. Yeah, in them blue seam or red seam. You understand? Now you come, you denim up the place. You denim up the place, and to make matters worse, you better claw up the place with them nastiness here. Them no clean shave again, you know. Them bushy. You understand? That is not protocol of a police force. That's not the dress code and the attirement and the outlook. So we have to say everything gone. Discipline not existing anymore. Yeah, because your police force must be a rank and file of disciplined policemen and women. Your army, likewise, must be respected for protecting the country sovereignty. Not for coming out and forming giant police and military operation and mash up the people them. Yeah? Well, soldier out on the road and shoot civilian. What can go so? You do not have your own army to kill your civilian. And that a status of democracy. That we know applies itself to dictatorship. So we use these little frequency, what we say happening, yeah? And we make sure no say we fully understand the intricacy. Why it's happening is because Jamaica has become a dictatorship country. That is why we are seeing so much giant military operation. The soldier has to be a part of the policing. Yeah? But yet still we bother and protect to the cocaine. A float up like rain. And soldier them have them base with them and lock and stock cocaine. JCF have for them base with them lock and stock cocaine. Yeah, because the place has become a narco state. And the whole in this administration in the people. Now them there are major cause to concern in Jamaica because we know what cocaine does. And we know say the US currency is not being utilized in its full capacity for its intended need. These guys take the US and buy the cocaine. Because remember, them can't send this money go to Colombia and them place there, you know. And them man, they not trust them thing. So every time you see the shipment come in a value street, value of how much million US, and the money where we, the diaspora, yeah, sending. Well, if you reduce them, if you use it in a more concerted effort, yeah, to stabilize and shore up the foreign exchange, yeah, net reserve, and so that it can strengthen itself from Jamaica point of view against the US currency, because you have a lot of it, you know, so you don't need to buy it on the different exchange rate on a daily basis. No fight come in, you know, but it are used to buy narcotic substance. You ask them where them get the US from. They will tell you. This is why you see people like Adrimas, them no want control them people or them something thing there. Yeah, because the whole of them, you know. Yeah, this is why you see Grace Kennedy and them control remittance, you know. Yeah, because them need the money. And them big boys there and government official, yeah, I participate and I use the currency for the wrong objective. Yeah. Rather than deal with proper goods and service, they might deal with cocaine, guns and ammunition. Yeah, because them say them now make no money in Jamaica, you know. With the business where them established down, the car people them broke. So them a lose out. So what them a do? Capitalize in the narcotics arena. Why you think Mega Mart them close up? Remember Mega Mart them have some giant store them building up. And it was being successful. I remember Mega Mart before Andrew time. That to show you the economy did hold some back then. Them operating giant store could have exist. Or you think them gone out of style and fashion and gone to a state of doom and gloom where them now come back anytime soon. Andrew Holness economy mash up them place there. Mash them up, you know. Because there is no outflow of cash in Jamaica. And when I say that, I mean within the general consumer hands. Yeah, the massive will come in, yeah, and do daily trade. Them can't do that, you know. Can't. Them purchasing power cut. And so big giant like Mega Mart feel the pinch of that. It's not sustainable anymore to operate these big department store. Yeah. And it's not even feasible to scale down. What it takes to balance them people book is to completely, yeah, desist from business in a Jamaica. Now, how many workers were employed in those Mega Mart stores? Because here Andrew Holness talk about unemployment numbers, you know. That's why we know this criminal have lied to him teeth, you know. Talk pay shit all time out, because the hotel sector them, the workers them not go back to work in enough, I don't tell them, you know. Mega Mart completely shut down now. Yeah? And a whole heap of people in place there. Employ. You have some little corner shop, you know, where they run good, you know. Where a man employ a little one man to sell them shop in a bar, you know. But them are shop in a hurricane. I remember them people that get no look after in terms of inflow of cash, you know, to set back themselves, you know. So a lot of people out of work. Yeah. And Mega Mart, no, you know, so when Mega Mart come back after Melissa, they decide to pull the plug because they have struggled prior to Melissa. Yeah. And them have good economists around them. And them look on it and say, no, not even, we can't even risk operating for further 6 months. Number one, we store them damage. Yeah. Now them they employ, you know, whole heap of people. And you never give them the money to put back themselves on foot. Andrew and Pumba take the money and invest it in a GPS. Not saying that Jamaica don't need the service of GPS. But remember, GPS 2 major shareholder control 80% of its value. Yeah, and they make profit. And them have the license to run it. So them supposed to repair it. Because me can't repair something for you, you know. But you have 80%, you know. Yeah, and me as government with 19%, and there's a 1% minority shareholder out there. Yeah. Oh, we take up the mantle to invest so much. Bianchi Panky business government do. Bianchi Panky business. So they mash up the place. Yeah. And still no one come tell people after they had this private investment. I tell you about if you know Sister Jamaica bill and unemployment cut and come down and everything looking good. And all the haters them tell them to go. This piece of shit I can't tell anybody to go. Criminal around with people, man. Eh? No established international criminal around with people. You know, she said that? No. A problem we have with that, you know. Because Holness a big, nasty criminal, you know. Yeah. We invest in a criminality. Rob all old people and them 60 million in a SSL. Judgment on the shit house. Where you can rob senior citizens and them inheritance. And you don't feel no way. And you come out, yeah, like Martha Stewart with your inside with your inside information. And you come out on the other side, smiling. Smiling, you know. Fully knowing of what took place because you're a part of the whole thing from day one. Yeah? Because remember in 2012, you know, PMP them refused SSL license. By 2017, you reinstate them, you know. Yeah? You reinstate them and them operate without a license. And you have nastiness like Keith Duncan from the stock exchange market who's supposed to fully aware. Yeah? Say SSL not have no operation license. But them have them advertising in the stock market. Now if you not have no operation license or you end up on stock market, Keith Duncan, you don't know about that. Richard Biles from Bank of Jamaica, you don't know about that. Eh? But you know why I can't interject? Because you know Andrew and the crash to them scheme. Andrew bigger than who we think him is, you know, in a SSL, you know. Kraski them cannot operate without Andrew endorsing it. That's why Kraski call him Prince Andrew. Because remember Mama P stopped them, you know, 2012, you know. But when Andrew win 2016, he reinstate them. Then they must call him Prince Andrew. Because we're going to make money now. We're going to catch the people them. And we're going to rinse them like Cash Plus and First Rap. This are the new one. It's called SSL. You understand? So Andrew, a founder. Let me put it in the right context. A founder alongside the Krusty Rhythm. Them endorse him to the tune of calling him Prince Andrew. But just like the one in the UK will fall, I saw him a fall. Andrew can't get away, no. Long run, short catch. Remember when we dip on the Titans and we have blaze the fire and beat them until it bend, you know? Member say it have to resonate, you know. Long run shortcut with your corruption and your theft. And remember when I ease up the spotlight off of you. As you slip, you slide. Under the hammer, under the fire, a melting pot. Yeah? So you have to understand, so you have to own up. You have to own up to the things that you do. Yeah? So the stay execution won't look. Yeah? For help, you know, with the Integrity Commission. There's no stay execution. So this is the due process we want to utilize. That now going away. That is a long time ploy where everybody cutting on to and know no style. We like to run out the clock. Yeah. A man fly out and come in and disrespect the country. Because your friend let you go, Prince. Yeah. And when you're flying back, there's a large entourage of an international airport singing Down to Trouble Zion. You can't sing them song again, Holness. I tremble like leaf under the choir. Because one centerpiece I hold you up right now, you know. Donald Trump. Remember Donald Trump will lose midterm election come November. You go cook under Democrat.
But Donald Trump don't want to see him. Believe Donald Trump not have enough friends. So
we know that.
Nobody know the man at the wickedest man.
But the only thing, maybe just finish it up and you can come in. The only thing, yeah, where I magnetize him and Trump, you know, is because Trump has seek lots of sovereignty. And in the meantime, while I hold you accountable, yeah, for certain criminal activity because you compromise, I will extract the juice out of you. But other than that, you are not my friend. Because Holness Elon Musk, you know. I remember Trump tell the world to make the monster eat Elon Musk.
So in no one who is Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is a shit.
And piece of shit.
A shit, man.
Andrew only accommodating toilet paper.
Yes. Yes.
So we can call him that because that we see him sign up to clean Rubio and Donald Trump and exit.
Yeah.
My toilet paper.
My shit. So, but yeah.
And no.
Yes.
He must shit in himself and toilet paper and eat Rubio, Donald Trump and exit. He wipe them on the ass, man. Yeah.
It is bad. But want to play, you know, we're a mash up Pumbas and things. We see what time as we quit them time run fast enough. But Andrew, we just show you I'm lying and him dangerous. They're right, no mind you're a liar. Them right now, we know them are gonna keep them conference. And them start say things what them do, you know them not do nothing. Be like, hey, them for fuck, the one of them for just go in, man. Jamaica mash up them for fuck off, them are shit. Me don't go play, come in like see them, you know, by the way. Me just play them because I want to dissect them. But the way them lie, me don't want to see them. Hey, you know, when I time part, you know, they might have a little technology, but you can't draw them out front of you. And the way, me know they not going to want no camera shine for them time because nobody like them. Yeah? Nobody. You're a liar.
Close to $4 billion to deal with urgent and emergency repairs.
Yeah, them have boss borrowed people. Eh? And we did not tell them borrowed and them talk about don't hold them and take it make no political football. Yeah? And that him that's in 2023, you know. Here it is.
Of roads. This will not be enough.
Listen.
But we hear the cries of the people in the rural.
So we're not going to talk about we on Spark. If you hear the cry of the people, you might not tell us, can we beat him by road? Don't take it, make no political football. This piece of shit. You might garbage.
Yeah. Communities who feel that their roadways have been neglected.
Yeah. in favor of them big black old German aggie, man.
I tell you.
Eh? You say in favor of big old dirty thinking black German ag. Wanna see people nasty thinking again tie. Continue.
You know me already. I am not one to pretty up things. I'm going to tell you as it is.
Lie him, I tell him, if you go in, no lie like I can do on this. Yeah.
Jamaica has more roads per square mile than most other countries. At one time, we were number 2 in the world. We are about number 4 or 5.
Number 4 and 5. Yeah, what the fuck happened? Why you know, your prime minister you never get nothing right yet, brother? I'll be a bullshit him talk to, you know, if it's facts check him. Facts check him.
No. We have a whole heap of roads. And everyone expects that the road must be asphalted to a certain condition.
Listen to this now, people.
Let me bring to your attention that the number of roads that we have, maybe only 10% of them have been maintained from the time that they were constructed.
I tell you know, to use the word maybe they used to maintain, and them now maintain it. So you know, don't follow this fucker. That me tell you with Jonas. Maybe at 10% you have enough road, but he never do nothing at all. People from him going, he never touch a road, you know. Until we are born him, this is why I'm saying not taking no political football. No, them come with the sparks and the reach. You can hear when him introduce it, right? No man say, we and we just him that piece of shit. Look here, it documented.
Constructed to standards that would allow them to stand up to the traffic that they take. What does that mean? The roads in your communities, many of them were constructed 50 years ago. No maintenance was done to them, maybe a little patching. But everybody now wants at one time that the government must find the resources.
Everybody know what just one time. You hear me, people? When you think I joke, you hear what I'm just say? Everybody, we are pressuring. No, them are like them do it. You hear this part? Everybody want one time the government to fix. Hear this.
Maintenance was done to them, maybe a little patching. But everybody now wants at one time that the government must find the resources to fix all these roads. It's not possible.
Not my word. So this, all right, but I say to no people. Here when I'm saying, I continue to play that. I mean, I show you realize. So we are pressuring on the road because they never done fix it. In 2002, they have the road maintenance fund. It's there when you can look it up. It's there. No make him tell you no lie. He might lie this piece of shit never say. Holness. And the rest of them follow behind him. But them do them the PR and try to trick people. It hurt me, you know. Them couldn't be my neighbor. Them hurt me. Them too lie, man. And it's no good for your country. Because we sit down and take the lie like a tough stand. They are Miami and do. And I talk about 10 years. And hospital, when we look up here, doctors and nurses come out, the man get travel advisory. For fuck up the hospital. Nobody else ever get that. In a normal circumstances. But they might tell about 10 years, I want to know better than this. It is a piece of shit. You understand? Them's a piece of shit, them to stop it. Don't make them do no PR upon you. You hear what I'm just saying? It's not possible, and man, I tell you, say, don't take it, make no political football. No, if you look on them are cut every piece of road. You see them are cut piece of fucking shit. And I jump up and down and go like people are idiot. Where you look on it right now? Hear this. You hear him say, not take it, make political football. Hear this.
And by the way, while I was preparing for this speech,
you go look back on Patty's speech. Me not tell you I can artist this.
I came across a budget presentation of a former prime minister.
You know, so you're not easy though. You know, I can the people. So, me I do a speech. I fuck me, or you come across, if you put in a presentation, then you can't find it. That means him search for a presentation 30 years before for write and copy what the man say and put it in our speech. It's a Xerox. Andrew is a Xerox. Andrew, you're a Xerox. And you're alone. The rest of them, I'm put him up. Before me continue, see me, and Ligel was a Xerox. So they were not a Xerox. See them here? See him there? My Xerox. I want that 71, I want that Xerox 72 this. Xerox. Andrew a Xerox. Take it as me tell him, it's a Xerox. See? Hear this. He might tell him I'm taking my political football.
In 1994. And you know what? He was making the same point about roads. This is not a problem that emerged overnight, but people want to take it and turn it into a political problem.
So what I know, I'm going to play back this tune. Hey, when I play back Andrew and hold him to him word, man. Hold him to him word. Yeah.
Problem that emerged overnight, but people want to take it and turn it into a political problem.
After we talked to him about the road, him said we want to take it and turn it into a political problem. Political. And it's not a problem overnight. Can never touch none. So him talk about the spark and the reach. Him talk about reach and spark. No. You see Bug Life a country man, we fix road. So what take it a political problem? If they not fix the road, we pressure him. This one, 2024 days. How we have to pressure him? This is him wicked and dangerous. You hear this part? When we pressure him say we have to take it make political. Yeah. Hear there.
Don't turn our roadways into a political football.
Yeah. But what talk about carpet and a country band? People, when we talk about for repair the road, you hear when come and say we are taking a political problem. He might say PMP people for demonstrate. Him say not turn it into a political football, but yes, still him dead there. Him dead there, a country band, but that is what? That is PR for that is more than political football. That is political Olympics. That is political Olympics. Another football now. That is political Olympics in 2029 every sports. But political football. Eh? You hear this piece of shit? That is political Olympics. When you go on and a cut every minute I cut a ribbon. The other day, them there came something on the road. A ribbon, them a cut. Carpet. But when we talk, it was a political, not take it, make no political football. But when them a cut ribbon and a document that, you know, see what him a do? Eh? Look at Andrew with him look leader. Him look up, speak up, look at the thinking brain and want to work it for people. Eh? You hear him no part?
Yeah. But me just want to remind him, say, one of the member of parliament, yeah, road at the side chick bulldozer. She had the road working at night and woman out there and dance, everything, you know. That's political football. Yeah. Woodvars, round a Portland, I sing carpet, and I go on with the most antics. Then they are political football using the same project as it relates to road. So, me don't know where I come with. He must have think so we not have the info them sit down pan around here. Sometimes we don't even have to go in the archive, we just come out of our own computer. Yes, my brother.
Continue. So, and then after them come with it now, them are marking with it. Yeah.
We will make the allocation.
So when them make the allocation of people, you might tell you, I'm going to make it for fix where him can fix. Hear this.
In this budget, and in the budget to come, to make repairs and improvements to local and secondary roads.
It's up when we force him to do this. No, every minute he run it, he cut a ribbon. But you must talk about the political football. For whenever they are, hold him accountable. You might have blame say the PMP put people for demonstrate. When the people them demonstrate, you know. Hear this.
as far as we can. But you will also notice that we are making the investments in the highways.
You hear this? People, I'm on my piece, secure that money there for the highway, you know. And for the hospital, you know. You hear this?
St. Thomas in the east.
You hear this? Hold on, let me stop this. Is a pedophile, is a 1 hour, is a dopey? The one said the agitator dopey can look like a dead in a coffin too, you know. Who this?
Yeah, man.
The one after agitator is a dopey? Can look like somebody dead in a box.
It look like one of them Dracula, Count Dracula.
You see it? Why?
That night.
Yes.
That spawned our self-government. Well, it took back self-government, but gave it back after a while. But St. Thomas, the rebellion, made the colonial masters then start to pay attention to the conditions in Jamaica. And from then, St. Thomas was treated like the forgotten parish.
St. Thomas are treated like a forgotten. That's a bullshit. It not the amount of people. Remember my people then come from up there too. I know it's a be a fuck around to talk though. It treated like a forgotten parish. Where get this from? I be a fuck him talk, you know. If you look around Jamaica, if you go down and give me a bit, you don't say that treated like a forgotten in a little zone. I'm not place in some country. You go in some country here and in some parish, you don't say that no. But nobody not live there. And if you will live there, you know, start to pick up and then give a school and give one St. Thomas School. It underpopulated to around 90,000 people there. And there's a big parish still. Right? I'll be a fucking him talk, you know. Continue.
I remember in 2016.
Hear this, people. More you listen a liar, you know. Hear this.
Having a Prosperity Live meeting in St. Thomas, and a young man stood up in the meeting and said, Prime Minister, I'm paraphrasing him now, you
hear this, people? Wanna listen here? Andrew,
we want to feel like we're in the modernity now, like we are a part of modern times. We don't have no Kentucky and we don't have no stoplight. That was his perspective.
It's a young man himself. Let me play this.
Ideology other than what makes sense, other than what works, other than what is practical, other than what is fair. And I have conducted myself
him just say, young man, you know, hear this.
As your leader in that regard. A decade ago, at a church in this parish, I hosted a town hall meeting called Prosperity Live. Some of you here
I see a meeting, listen to people.
Here may have been in that church hall. And a young lady stood up and she said, and
it's a young lady now, you know, people.
I'm paraphrasing her. St. Thomas needs development. For too long, we have neglected
I'm paraphrase
the parish. And she used certain examples to demonstrate the neglect. I'll never forget it. She said St. Thomas is the only parish that doesn't have a stoplight. And then she went on to say, St. Thomas don't even have a KFC.
All right, let me tell you your fucking lie. So you at the Prime Minister, and she get up and said this to you. So that you don't let me play about this.
In the east.
Let me hear this.
A parish, but St. Thomas, the rebellion,
hear this now.
Made the colonial masters then start to pay attention to the conditions in Jamaica. And from then, St. Thomas was treated like the forgotten parish.
It is now.
I remember in 2016 having a Prosperity Live meeting in St. Thomas, and a young man stood up.
And remember just tell you this, I cross 41 years. I could tell you I'm a crash and everything. Remember everything good. Him just cross St. Thomas, I remember young man now, young man.
In the meeting as a Prime Minister, I'm paraphrasing him now, we want to
him said the young man said to him Prime Minister, that means the man I call him and chat to him.
Feel like we're in the modernity now.
You say modernity now, we want to feel
like we are a part of modern times.
Like we are a part of modern times.
We don't have no Kentucky and we don't have no stoplight. That was his perspective of being in modern times. Of course, we understand what he was trying.
And you said, remember play about this now.
And she said, and I'm...
Go back more.
And she said, and I... lady stood up.
So the young lady stood up and nobody not tell her. Yes. And nobody not tell her to get up. Yeah, Andrew?
And a young lady stood up and she said, and I'm paraphrasing her, St. Thomas needs development for two.
But yes, the youth, but the young man has set up himself something different. He's a Prime Minister. And you're paraphrasing, and him said, we don't have no, but you just said she stood up and said, we St. Thomas need development. Now, two different things this part.
Too long we have neglected the parish. Yeah. And she
said, too long we have neglected the parish.
Used certain examples to demonstrate the neglect. I'll never forget it. She said St. Thomas is the only parish that doesn't have a stoplight. And then she went on to say.
So that means she got every parish? So all the young women are come from St. Thomas when I'm maybe not travel there. So all she can know in every parish. I know at the only parish will never stop. In lie, you know. Say never stop lie. Don't the parish.
St. Thomas don't even have a KFC.
No. As she said, St. Thomas don't even have a KFC. Man, move in front of me, you know. Move, you know. This is what we have as a Prime Minister. Oh, you believe in a thing like this? 1 room, 2 room, then 1 room, then granny, then grandaunt, him mother, him father, him sister, him granny, they say everything out of this guy out is lie. You can't believe in Jonas. And them sit down and do is give the people them a one bag of bullshit. You see, like how conference that come up now, Pat, everything come out of them man, you're out of lie. Let me give you next one and make your answer to that one, yeah. Either liar one again, either one, yeah.
In red, Madam Speaker, and our survey, we received a report and we have done our own surveillance. And we have discovered that in proximity to Clifton, which is shown, so this is the Clifton community demarked in red, but just above it, if you're facing it, it would be to your left. This area has been captured. So, Madam Speaker, the National Security Council, in reviewing the development plan, observed an insidious and growing threat in the area where alleged gangsters were capturing lands in the area adjoining the Clifton community, creating their own informal subdivision and selling these lands under the false pretense.
At the highest body of security that give this to them and them, you know, and them are do them surveillance. That me, hey, brother, it make it wicked. Let me tell you why it's wicked and that's all. Andrew said them do them own surveillance. That mean when them get, them go back and them do it, that mean them see a gangster. That him say, you know. If you have a farm, Pat, and you hear some people come over your farm, you see a potato them dig out and gone, and your tomato them pick off of your tree. And then you do your own surveillance. That mean nobody not have to tell you nothing, you know. Either you set up the camera, you see them yourself, you put up your thing, and you see them definitely come to your thing now. Not that Andrew just said them do them own surveillance. Not that him tell them at the Jamaica, the man tell this, you know. If them do them own surveillance, that means them know it's a real gang and everything now. And I just free even talk about it, continue. Remember play it back. Them do them own surveillance.
This area has been captured. So, Madam Speaker, the National Security Council, in reviewing the development plan, observed
an insidious and growing threat in the area, where alleged gangsters were capturing lands in the area adjoining the Clifton community, creating their own informal subdivision, and selling these lands under the false pretense of ownership or building on them themselves. We are showing you now some pictures. What
the gang them live for the two, you know.
Going on.
Brother, Anjo, them also better than the one. Them are good house. Them are shouldn't have strong, brother. Look on the decent house. Look on the outside of that one, they're decent. Where that one strong, them are?
These are not the structures of poor persons.
Remember him that say, and I, Pat, remember the guy I say, about poor shot about too much poor. No, I must say, them are not the structure of poor person.
Yes, me have put me on my ears. If you listen good about that, him still a step on.
Him said
this guy has to talk.
It's not a structure of poor person, this.
Remember the man that say no grudge poor people for them castle, you know. But this demonstrate, say no humble grudge them and bad mind them. That's him carry out early morning down demolition. After him come with them rhetoric of lies. Yes, so them carry out them own surveillance. Less than 24 hours and come back and say, I repeat, they are not squatters. Yeah? But then who you see in the background? Who replaced the Clansman them gang?
No.
Ward Brown. Ward Brown, who attach herself to him from within him constituency, where we have them in a photo ceremony.
Yes.
Yeah? And what happened after that? Nothing we don't hear about the case.
But look
you understand?
Look on this, brother. Look on the house, them all them unify. Him say them put them in a line. You saw the house there? See a house and a house and one. So them unify could have cut through a line that help on that too.
Yeah. Everything done properly.
Yeah, see them have them space and them now. Oh, like them out and them in a space. Like I tell you.
It's true that they build, yeah, within the context of a planning permission. They build along everything unified in synchronized manner. You understand?
Watch out.
So
squatting. The capturing. The SCJ has given warning and served notice to cease and desist. The capturing and the legal construction has continued to the point where some 30 structures have been identified.
13,
let me be clear. The government wants every Jamaican to be able to own their own home and
poor people, you know, and get
the piece of Jamaica. But it must be done orderly and lawfully.
Look there.
This illegal capturing and building on public or private land will not be tolerated. This illegal capturing and building on the lands compromises the well-laid development plan. It takes away the land designated for agriculture. You will note, Madam Speaker. So go back to...
All right, so in terms of my mash it up,
this is not going to be left to a government agency. No. This is something that the central government of Jamaica must stand up and ensure it does not continue. So, Madam Speaker, directions have been given to the security forces to have a strong presence in the area to treat with any threats from any criminal that may want to interrupt or exercise control.
You hear that, people? Let me show you what the criminal know. But let me show them the criminal fast. And then you talk on this. Let me show them the criminal. Remember, Andrew said the people them are criminal, you know. A gang, you know, and them be panic themselves, you know, people. The gang be panic themselves. This is Andrew Holness and him evilness. Let me go back to this. Andrew lied. Let me see this. Clifton. Hold on there, Clifton. Andrew dangerous to you, man. Cheater, look at him just say this, you know.
Refuting the security forces' account of criminals controlling the community.
Decent people live here. So you want to say everybody around here is a criminal? If so was the all the soldiers them enter so all the soldiers them enter so peaceful. And then this is the point. They couldn't enter if that was the case. No gunman, no lie them a tell, lie them a tell. And him a teacher, he's a liar.
Teacher them live around there, people, and nurse and them thing there, you know.
So peaceful. And then this is the point. They couldn't enter if that was the case. No gunman, no lie them a tell, lie them a tell. And him a teacher, he's a liar.
A soldier live there, no. Teacher, principal, everybody live there, no.
Now, the police say they were not met with resistance while in the space. However, communication strategist with the JCF, Dennis Brooks, says the illegal sale of lands is another way of scamming citizens and using the proceeds to fund illicit activities.
The modern
about illicit activity.
criminal organization has managed to acquire funds in various ways, and persons sometimes wittingly or unwittingly are supporting criminal organizations and their acquisition of ill-gotten gain. We cannot.
And I'm not never going to say this piece of shit when the police ill-gotten gain and criminal activity. Hear this.
Allow it to set root and take effect, and then in retrospect we would at some time in the future say, if we had only.
Now, the security forces say they will maintain a strong military presence in and around the Clifton community. In the meantime,
that the people of Clifton are not squatters. They are not squatters. And we have been recognizing that through administrations.
Here's a piece of shit. You just come and say you're dealing with it, and you say your own surveillance tell you this. That means you don't put them, you don't catch the criminal them, you see them. I know you say them not squatter and your own administration tell you this. I'm telling you, rectify, you can't believe that, Jonas. Eh? With all the police that tell lie to, the IS, you can't believe in and nothing what them do and say. Them are shit. Yes, Pat.
Yeah, you see, when you look on the whole sequence of events that unfold, all you see in front of you, is a guy who is not capable of making the right decision. Yeah? A guy who come out and like to just express himself like a brilliant, eloquent, educated Jamaican. But Andrew Adams, now if you go and make remarks about you doing your own surveillance, yeah, then you must have pinpoint accuracy when you go in a parliament and I make that speech as it relates to what going to become a Clifton community. You must have everything well constructed along the line of your surveillance as it relates to the investigation one done, because it show you say a gang capture the land and sell it, scan to you. And even in some case, them a build upon it. So gang member live upon it. And that me I hear from you, guy. Yeah, cause me is a keen listener, So me now I dissect everything where this garbage I say. Yeah. And me know say him lie in that regard. Yeah. Them get some, news. And him never done a background research into the news when get. I some that know a Ward Brown a sell the land. So he still come out and identify the Clansman gang. Because you know them have it for the other side of the party. You understand? But it turned out to be him one principle. And them try to hush it up. Yeah? Because all of the money they were Ward Brown college should have been paid back, you know. And any individual with them structure demolish, she must also pay them for the material and the labor costs. Yeah? Because she's at fault. And you know. So when you see him run out back the next day now and say, you know, I repeat there now, squatter, I shame him, shame. And him realize they do something that damaging in political career and the party.
Well, I'm the better before you say something. I know just this shame it, but to how him lie and for your prime minister, remember him same man came out and said, well, him talk, it have to be unassailable. You can't challenge it. It have to be true, your prime minister. You can't lead a nation astray more than one time by your house, pan this, everything we do. The amount of them we have when we even with the stoplight and the Kentucky, these are lies. The man lies. Anyway, him doesn't move. Him is a piece of shit. So I know just shame. If you know you have a prime minister, can't come tell the nation lie and pop down people's place and they are not squatters and we find out that. You say you do surveillance. There is no excuse. He must shit better.
Well, we not going to excuse him. We not going to excuse him for his behavior, you know. Because his behavior was not in keeping with, you know, how you're supposed to deal with citizens in your country. Yeah, we know that for a fact. Yeah, and if when we go back further along the line, yeah, as it relates to where he must about St. Thomas become the forgotten parish. St. Thomas can't be the forgotten parish because remember Colonel Charter of 2,000 acre land out the way. Him and him son and daughter, them and the whole Charles Empire have the mind pan, you know. Yeah, remember them want to develop all type of thing out there, you know. So if I am the Charles, them alone remember St. Thomas. I mean, other people remember St. Thomas. But this is how this guy lie. When you notice him get too distinct, you know, definition of where the citizens them want out there. Male and female, you know. Yeah. Male and female him a talk about, you know. But the two individuals from St. Thomas give the identical reason why they want development in St. Thomas, they want stoplight and KFC. They may ask nothing more, you know. How ironic it is that on two separate occasions, this guy has same come in contact with St. Thomas resident. And all them can ask him for on two separate occasions. One time a male, the next time a female. All them want out there is a stoplight and a KFC. Them don't want nothing else. Then that parish cannot be forgotten. Them have everything already. Them have everything out there already. Call them want out there stoplight and KFC, you know. Them no want nothing more to St. Thomas. And under no circumstance can St. Thomas be forgotten when Colonel Charge of 2,000 acre land out there. That will benefit the entire Charles family. You know, see Michelle Charles out there tell us she has defend her fatherland. Then how St. Thomas become the forgotten parish. When I official have vested interest. Come on. So, Andrew like to come out, yeah, and the PR. And in most cases, him get himself entangled with the truth by telling peer lie. Peer lie, the man come out attack, you know. Peer soundbite. That's the man like get it, you know, entangled. As it relates to when them a project the lie them. Just like how him say 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. Same way. One man says stoplight and KFC, a woman says stoplight and KFC. St. Thomas people, me never know a sound. Worthless, that's how we stoplight and KFC, you know what? Eh? I wanna talk to him, the man who run the country, and that wanna ask for. I'm gonna on the road, which is priority. No place now have no light and water out there, which is basic commodity for domestic affair. Eh? We don't want just stoplight. Yeah? And KFC, if anybody knows St. Thomas, where left Harborview roundabout that straight road that carry all the way in Morant Bay, all the way. Very few turn off. It's not a densely populated parish with a lot of motor vehicles. Yeah? So there's, you know, I'm not saying like when you come into certain section like you enter into all Morant Bay. You probably might want that. I still don't want a stoplight. Because the tax office of Morant Bay, me go there, you know. Go stamp out documents of vehicle, you know. Yeah? So we know the place good. The market they're the same way. Yeah? So you just want to just talk to the people in a respectful manner and stop telling the people lie, man. Stop the soundbite thing, man. Yeah? So we don't go waste a bag of money and build the elephant out there. Remember we are telling you, you know. So that's going to be an elephant, like Rookven Road apartment. And what we say, yeah, has come to reality. Look how long it built and it can go into full-scale operation. You think people are idiot for go waste their money in that? That is why if they want to put the government agency them in there, because that will guarantee a certain amount of money are coming to them. Yeah, but we have to make sure one him, you know. We have to make sure one him try don't put nothing we belong to Jamaica and your friend them environment, you know, for milk and rape a country, you know. Yeah, because none of the agents can manage rent. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you warn you upon that, you know. Because you see your vision and your idea to enrich yourself and your friend them with a capital mentality. We not gonna make you exercise that no more in our country, you know. I make you know that because Jamaica belongs to me long before you born, Holness. And my country before you born, you know, my brother country before you born. And we're patriotic. Yeah, we are very much patriotic Jamaican. We will never sell the sovereignty of the country to no overseas investor or gateway. We will never rise up against the people. That's why we're there so bad for them. You understand? So you're a little hanky-panky we are projecting yourself amongst the electorate then. We are make them know you trick them and you con them and you lie to them and you perform brother and Nancy duty around them. You're not being straightforward, quote unquote. You understand? When you go out, you know, remember, you know, your pocket full of tricks, you know, lies, con and propaganda, you know, PR and soundbite, you know, all of them they carry out with you, you know. And this is why you always get it wrong. And this is why we can't fact check and show the people them see that look. And the same thing I talk about, but they talk it in a two different format. Using male and female, but they're asking for the same commodities. Then I want not more than St. Thomas more than stoplight and KFC. I take them and I take St. Thomas people for worthless people. Because a lot of places out there suffer from bad road, darkness, and lack of running water. Yeah, them don't have sidewalk, but I prefer ask for a sidewalk to give me leverage as a pedestrian. That asks for stoplight and KFC. When I want to go straight road and go through on one side of the sea for a vast amount of the journey. Few little people there, so then when you have pass again, you have two sides of the road where a beer mango there. Eh? You have a pass, a beer mango there, so you know, on both sides, you know. Yeah. Some Julie mango and them mango tree. They we know the place, you know. They go all the way into Morant Bay. I want straight road. One and two little turn off. Mostly on your left hand going in. So when this garbage come at about stoplight, yeah, and that will make St. Thomas know becomes the parish when nobody no forget. Cause it have stoplight and KFC. And that him how you know, to give St. Thomas a new upsurge, within the people mind so they remember St. Thomas. But me I make him know say Charles will never forget out there. Him have 2,000 acre land when thief out there. I remember we see him daughter and defend it to the core. Remember them carry out some anti-punking road work, Yeah? Road where Charles have the land where nobody no live, Me tell Charles I deal with road round and neglect the areas where the people live. The densely populated community road. So we know what we are talking about around here. So St. Thomas is always in the mind of the Charles. Okay? Yes, Andrew, and you know that fully well. Yeah? And you know, say, as my brother tell you, say that parish should carry about a 90,000 population. Yeah. Them have family all about to remember where them family live, man. And where them come from. So St. Thomas can't be the forgotten parish. You just lie and full of trick and con and PR and soundbite. And we are tell you a long time to stop it, because it now get nowhere to expose you more and more. Yeah? All the time you set up your ratings as the world like this, man. You understand? Nobody can reach and climb up to your level. You need to come down, man. Come down and level with the people, man. Yeah? Stop rob the country. Stop sell out the country. Stop give away the country. Yeah? Be a man of integrity like Sir Mark G. But you can't get this up because you're not born with that, man. Remember, your identity. Police take long for finding you, 3 man you belongs to, Them gonna look for you on that Bramwell when you're Holness. Them gonna look for you when you're Holness on that Bramwell. And you have another one where, me don't know them can't come with that one there. Yeah, so you carry a stigma, where you're the only prime minister in the world who have so much name, where so much individual have claim to fame to you as them son. Yeah? And you're the only prime minister where go around with uncertified from 1998. You put it behind bars. From 1999, you're supposed to go behind bars, Because if you falsified your statutory declaration in 1998, then the ultimate price is that you go to prison 1999. You're the only 25-year-old in Jamaica. Yeah, we left school 2 years ago. Can't pay school tuition. But 2 years after, you have 47 million. 100 me I deal with you, my last in our prison system, My last year, man. You see, like all the TCN, nobody don't know which part of the world our prison you're there, Yeah. Me apply that measures to you as a prisoner. Like where Ruby have them prisoner there last in some TCN country. Nobody don't know where you're there, man. Trust me. Because you need to be lost, forgotten, and rotten. Because you're a piece of shit. And you don't have no sympathy, no love, no empathy for the Jamaican people. And them allow you to continue to use and refuse them. Yeah? Fool them in all type of descriptive terminology. Yeah? Where you just come out here, just spit out the lie out of your mouth. No matter the platform where you go on. You don't even have respect to certain platforms, you know, so ease up on the lie. You got everywhere go tell the lie. But them say if you spit in the sky, must fall in your eye. It fall in your face, To come up your face is a damn disgrace. You're a piece of shit. Look where you promised Jamaican people how you going to rise them. Eh? How you going to rise them from poverty to prosperity. Well, we can't tell the people in Jamaica and outside of Jamaica. I want prosperity fulfillment, yeah, where you live up to. And it's giving a woman a donkey by the name of prosperity. And the way you salt, this donkey was alive and kicking well until you go get the donkey and can't go get the woman. For you play on that donkey died in no time after. Prosperity died the same way in Jamaica where you promise the people. So we have to highlight the fundamental issue with you is that you are the world liar, this man. That is the fundamental issue with you. Yeah? And you think that lying to the Jamaican voting population and the general Jamaican and a whole, that it will give you leverage to govern the country forever and ever. Hear some nastiness that say you can rule for another 8 term. We don't want no germs for no more 8 terms. Here, we want to clean up the place. The place want sanitize as it relates to governance. Yeah? The House of Representative want sanitize when Uno come out there. Rip out all them green seat. Tear out all them mic system where you waste 18 million for wreck. Because you want to muzzle the opposition. Yeah? But you never see that at a waste. But you see Mama P 6 million going to Africa. Yeah? To get some knowledge about the ancestry of we the black people in Jamaica. You see that at a waste. But you never see the 18 million mic system where you introduce to Parliament is a waste. You know, see how much problem it cause. Because you want your big nasty size 14 sit down and I see it. A lack of people when them to speak. So you can't get over the criminality and the corruption. Yeah, I want to have the place like is a discombobulative arena where 9-10 people are talk one time. Ah, you can't hear Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker. And all them fuck with it. You think that's a parliament run? Eh? Parliament is the people house where the people business must be conducted orderly. But on a fool regime, wanna take it for a mansion up at Beverly Hills with a king and queen. You think of Buckingham Palace, you know? Man, shake up your folly ground, man. Yeah, your big size 14. Yeah, and get preparing yourself for the judgment that lies ahead. Because we not allow you to become rubbish with economy and mash up the country, you know. And then walls off in the sunset and go off to a foreign country origin. Yeah, well, the whole heap of money ship out gone. Yeah, we want to visit regular. You understand? But the money we want to ship gone, they say, we want to money laundry going to those places, you know. Remember the phone money, you know. Remember the country money have hidden up all over the world. I mean the people have know that. So when I see you look for your 28 bank account, there's maybe another 10 times 28 bank account out there. No 2 ways about it, my Jamaican people. Remember, I see it stop investigating me, no, because they don't need to go no further. But they should have gone further. Or if they had done so, they should have given the full extent of what they found. Because this guy would have 280 bank account. Yeah. When set up outside of Jamaica. Because remember, you know, him no want to pay no tax in the country, you know. So you know, say him now contribute to the tax pool. Yeah. But when do, him impose the highest ever seen tax inflation upon the population. You understand? Him tax everything. Remember that man Mackenzie tax and cat man down in the town, you know? And cat man. I remember you have country like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and same India. Have the most and cat and Drake cat. Because it farm a network in a them transportation hub. This is where the nastiness them at Jamaica do it know. Those countries build them economy and having a reliable transport network. Whether the little 3-wheel Lambert them, whether the hand cat, whether the man them with them Drake cat, whether the man them will ride the bicycle with the thing tie on behind it and move people. You know watch down at them places and so them run. Eh? I should have no car down and carry on the money go. Regular, we soon down there. Team I want as well. Yeah, drinking out a clear cup on sidewalk. I don't know what you're selling. I don't know what you're selling by you being a foreign diplomat in a country and you bring yourself to that standard? Eh? What is that telling the world? You have no class. Absolutely no class. Where I saw you had a cup of tea out of that clear cup, you know what people use that? You piece of shit, your size 14, and I try to project yourself like he's a queen. You're a piece of shit. You can't be the queen in our parliament. And you're not a criminal husband as no king. You're not qualified. As a matter of fact, you don't even qualify for upholding it because you go up and Beverly Hills got desecrated, you know. You don't bring the nice, lovely Beverly Hills into disrepute. Because everybody know up there you live as the two biggest criminals. You couldn't be my neighbor, you know. You mad? Me no want no criminal beside me. I mean, I go endorse you because you're a political figure. You're a piece of shit, see where you're a thief. You can't get no mileage from me. Me's a serious man, you're a criminal, me and you're no friend. Worse, you come to me live there, you come tarnish my place of residence. Big international criminal live beside me. You mad? Eh? You're crazy. You have to live up from side of me, you have to sell that. And move. Cause me have way to get you out, you know. Yeah, man, every day me have your place with shit, man. Steal shit and piss, man. You can't take the stand, you have to sell that. Piece of germs, you. Going around robbing the taxpayers' money. Yeah. Filtering off with assets. Giving away with sovereignty. Disrespecting the locals. Depriving them of beach access. Depriving the common citizen of decent road. Depriving the nation of education, which is a basic, fundamental, key asset to any developing country. You must educate your people. By doing that, you're ensuring yourself that you will create a vibrant workforce that can take on the 21st century obligation, where you stop going around and telling people that you don't have skilled workers in Jamaica. You piece of shit, you. You take 10 years and destroy him that. So who are going to listen to you, garbage? Eh? Tell me something now. Who are going to waste them time listen to a shit house like you and not even ashes can hold on your smell? That is how ramsted and stink you is. And going around perpetuating yourself to be a diplomatic-oriented individual, boy, you're honorable. You're a piece of shit, dishonorable guy. No honorable status for none of the country. You think we're going to bow down and give in to no requests when we know alternatively say, we don't want, we don't truly deserve of it. No, honorable, you know. We're dishonorable to the extent that people becomes so frustrated at the way on run the country. It's unbelievable. I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
Man, why time kick off so fast because just sleep. What if you know one now? And next one with Andrew, they will can wrap up in that one with him. Can remember, you know? The other one get pepper stream when out with beer and them thing, they will not notice it. Everything when Andrew go no good. The other one from bad him run out. You know, him now have a back off because we want him say I can sing to well Jamaica. He must say the thing already. They know him run out with it. Him back off with it. Him back off. Look here what Andrew say so.
Holness want to tell me that 2 taxi.
By the way, Andrew did say it, you know. Just a repeat Andrew say it.
Made him a billionaire. And none of we never take none of them taxi there yet.
I buy 2 taxi, then I open a taxi company.
Was it a space taxi?
All right, so I'm opening a taxi company. I hear what my father said.
Our present Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Michael Holness. How does it feel to be the father of the Prime Minister. It feels very normal to me because I'm just a father of a son. I accept the responsibility of guiding him, and I'm guiding him.
I accept the responsibility. My father, your father, no use them where they accept the responsibility. Every father have the responsibility, but I accept it. Eh?
Well, what up the weird? What up, man? The bright man. Remember more man name a call, you know.
That's what I ask. That's what I say.
So in this guy say, you know what? Me not curious. I'm going to accept the responsibility. Yeah, when you accept the responsibility because more man say at them picnic. What type of mother him have?
Yeah, man.
Lying about with all type of, you know, mule. Because this is a donkey them get, you know. This is a donkey.
Accept it.
That's why the donkey go get you man. And one call it prosperity. This is a donkey called be a mule mama lie down with. That's one of the man say you walk now, me gonna accept him. Carry on, my brother.
As a God-fearing person in the fear of God, and as time went by, he has increased in stature and in knowledge and in wisdom and in
knowledge and wisdom. That him have lies. Him increasing lies and generalship. Yeah, and idiotic clowns. Them are deceitful. You know, deceitfulness and them things.
In the fear of God, and which has enhanced.
My bro, then man have fear God. Then him the devil. My bro, devil. You never fear God, man.
That's his performance. So my role is really to guide him. Nothing is.
Yeah, more than I'm for this guy.
Political thing, but the spiritual life. So I just be better off handling the people.
In growing up, did you from a young age, did he display the leadership qualities? Was there anything that would have said to you that this is a prime minister in the making, you know?
He loved education. We need to have a reasonable amount of education. You know, as a matter of fact, one of the times when he failed, I think, 1 or 2 subjects in his A level, he came to look for me, and I saw him looking slim and worrying him.
Some father saw him looking slim. Some never heard him for a be a line telling her no one to
father.
So I told him, don't worry.
Eh?
Long time him father not see him. So this time when him see him looking slim and worried.
Feel work. Feel it.
Yeah. You're just getting mad each day, so don't worry. Just fight back again, you know, and do it all over. But apart from that, he was very entrepreneurial. You know, I was in the pig business, and he was helping me here along with my.
No, but I call him tell you that officer and goat.
No, big goat them. The big goat them.
Yes. So, and him said one at a time, go fight him father call them. And I'll be a lion to tell you now. We never hear about no pig. The man say pig business.
Man say
his other sibling.
Eh?
Act like him friend again tie. That him a deal with. Nothing in a goat and cow. Hag. But Andrew afraid to say hag. Yeah. Andrew just lie, pathetically lie, man. Carry on, my brother.
Dangerous.
And we weren't really making much money, and he said to me one day,
same father never have no money neither, but Andrew be there, you know, and mother never have none neither. Can you hear or him grow up? And you see him with a billion. It's worse when you hear him grow up and you see him with billions and you can't chat to him, you know. He want to
right.
It. Eh? Continue.
Yeah,
that you have an empty storeroom there. Would you let us make some bag juice and you go and sell them? We send them back out.
You see that bag juice him they want to sell. Bag juice. Eh?
That's a poor man manufacturing, you know. A poor man bringing bag juice, you know.
Yes.
So it's just say Andrew never have nothing. This our proof to the point that Andrew now come from the wealthy background and have nothing. You hear all the time a hustling mentality Andrew want instigate to them that, you know. Bag juice.
But
yeah.
Into the motor car. And when him say him have, well I know.
We'll fight. And another incident. When he was about to graduate, he came to me and said, could you sponsor me, sponsor me to buy 2 taxis because I've checked out and from my home to Spanish Town Center, I could work, get some money. I said,
so I will come back to you if you never have no money anymore and say bag juice. So you're a sponsor. Same father try to build up female and him said, no, you wear my sense.
Because again, forget that, go ahead and do your levels and then you can come back out and
father said, do your A levels and then you can come back out. But in the time, do A levels and fail. Some of them go do back A levels and come back out. All right, pay this
work on. Of course, this taxi business, which he tried to lever the people, talking about 2 taxis. So he graduated. And when I went to look for him, I said, what you doing? He said, I'm in the taxi business. I said, how is it? I said, I have 30 taxis on the road and somebody will have to come up.
Jesus Christ. You know, so Andrew will go to prison, though.
Mighty God!
Andrew will go to prison.
Him for go to prison.
In father said, no. But you don't know, say, hey, I know we said so here then. In father said, no, I just say no. Same of 2 taxis.
Another incident, when he was about to graduate, he came to me and said, could you sponsor me, sponsor me to buy 2 taxis because I've checked out and from my home to Spanish Town Center, I could work, get some money. I said to him again, forget that, go ahead and do your levels and then you can come back out and work on. Of course, this taxi business, which he tried to lever the people, talking about 2 taxis. So he graduated. And when I went to look for him, I said, what you doing? He said, I'm in the taxi business. I said, how is it? I said, I have 30 taxis on the road and somebody will have to come up.
No, man. No.
My people, you know what part sweet me? After this man got to his father, and his father cannot give him no
money
funding to start a bag juice company. Him go back and the next time his father see me now, after I'm graduating now, a 30 taxi him have, you know, and several more come out.
We don't know if it's a shipload of taxi, if I know.
Good shipment.
It's a shipload of taxi. Yeah. A ship more. And I say him have too much from what to go clear and then him
someone weird between me and you, you know. Weird between me and you, you know. Did I see ever hear say him have 30 taxi and how much the penny will have to come out? I remember him father, you know. I lie, the people I'm telling not to go say, you know. And a 2 taxi him have in them.
I 3 taxi I know them have 3. 1, 2, 3. Him start with 3. But him go on a stage where we see him up after 3. And you know, I'm going to taxi business and it's 2 taxi. Now put up the 2 finger and I look good. Take them off. Put the 2. Yes.
Them look over there on the rain road there, so man. Yeah. Him have 2 taxi, them know. That's why we put it up when you go say 2, you know. Well, you continue, my brother. Well,
if I am a 1 and 2, yeah. I'm gonna make sure put 1. I'm gonna put 1 and put 1. So
mighty God, the way the man think turn up me have you. Hey, Andrew. And I'm not for doing the Victor sign, I'm a show sign, you know.
You tell him that 3.
When it's the you 2 taxi me out, you know, identify. Oh, yeah, like, continue, my brother.
Me know that, but you were having to tell him move it. You have some look nasty people. They may frame your thing and put up a 2. You said I could put up a 2 fingers, so then you go put them up. And so cement things. That's them. Hey, me know everything about them are shitting up. So,
yeah, but if you send that again, what I know in? If them even send that again, remember Andrew can't buy me out, you know. I'm not for sale.
But that's so them nasty. Can me see them do it, you know, put close for people. So me I put up 2, me do it like this, 1, 2. I don't know. Yeah, man. So put up 2.
With Andrew, anything is possible here, sir. This man too lie, brother.
Yeah,
you understand?
3 different arguments. Yeah, in the house of 4 different arguments. Up there, so a woman and man. I may have no more over there, so he said the people them and him have surveillance, them do them want surveillance. Then him come back the next year. I repeat, there is no criminal. That man if we get charged, brother.
No, I repeat, they are not squatters. They are not squatters.
And him say my vote surveillance and him see this. And him Anthony in dangerous. Not all the time. You know who dangerous tough tongue? The whole of them
I tell you.
Are they just people the condition of Jamaica. And if you hear them, you're living a squalor, you're living a arrogant dogs, and then if you follow them, you don't think Jamaica nice. Then go pay money the other day in a better. And say Jamaica the most peaceful, them food, they fuck. Me got too much.
Yeah, you pay for run an advert, man. Waste them and waste for money. If you have people out there, and make them speak.
Eh? You know why nobody write that in a something and then you run with that and doing this?
No, not at all.
The statistic wrong. Look, you know, them have 3.8% people fully employed and then carry down to 7%. Some people who are work, them in a poverty. Can you say fully employed, you know? Or you have 9 or 8% or 7%, 7.8% in a poverty. And the people them are work. When you look now, you have more than 700,000 people now work. Oh, and the employment, them not looking at job. We are tell that. We talk to people every day and we are tell that. People have also to survive. Can you imagine if a woman, she have 5 pitney. Remember, she can't work, she on the job, and them have to go to school and thing. You know, also she hustle with all her body. The man, the youth, them, you must know them look at job. You want to see the job where them look? You want me show them some of the job them where them look? Well, let me say I can't find a job where them look. Look here. Look here. I'll show you the job. Look here. Look on this part. I'll show them something. Look here. This is the job where them start though. You think them mania. Look here. Let me see you in this pan you. Out of your life and sense. You think you get up and pick up all this. The man them pick up all kind of thing now. Look here. Look here. Just look green cat, look there. And I talk about love. You couldn't hide them. You were set them coming like Andrew on this. You could have over your head. And because you look at green card. You look at man. Eh?
If you're a man, you know, Wayne, you're supposed to can't lift up your female, you know. Him can't lift up she, you know.
Look at that. You have some granny. The young boy, them down there. This is how Andrew owned it and him put them on the property that them want a little piece of paper. And them married them great granny. Married. Desperation to get out. Do you think we could not get to in a Jamaica? No? Me as a wee man. Number one, we could my some not trying like them. Then you mad? We look some more done out something. Some banger. Some more done out something.
Brother, that can't hold for your katana. That can't hold for your katana. Now you're 650. That can't hold for the katana, my brother.
Couldn't come out to the no vehicle, no katana, nothing. Listen again. When we see them all police, them hungry and to make them hungry, them the people them live like Chinese. Everything, New Europe, everything yam, all police. If the police them and yam some jerky now start taste like ice cream to him. Can you imagine? And I lick all them fingers say ice cream. Big dirty thinking police were tapping at people's face. Eh? You sit down there, carry him, can I see a paper?
Where you say you have your wife? You have your wife, your face.
I'm Andrew Claus.
You have your wife, your face, brother.
Them and them everything, like them a Chinese, everything will move Chinese eat, you know. And can't jerk. Them and them, the one of them down there and them everything. When you look now, and a lollipop and stick, the woman them down there, every kind of lollipop them have now, you know. In them jar corner. One of them is a married woman. I think she must take her life. When you look at a white man come from down there, when you look, me sit down at choker, them have the blues, them bill, you know. When me look at that choker, and I choke back.
Yeah.
You know, she kill herself here.
She have to. Because she embarrassed. She embarrassed. I watch it again, my brother. Yeah? Watch that one again. Soldier of the big woman. Little soldier boy of the big woman at the green open hotel. Eh? And that's how the man reduce what people them dignity to, you know.
And do them thing,
He might do it of course. Irresponsible for the decline within the society as it relates to moral principle of how people you know, live in accordance. Yeah? Big nasty woman, two little soldier boy. Yeah? I use her in an open space green hotel. And it video and it sent it the worldwide. And them soldiers they are better than not kick them out of the army. And they must have seen the video. Because the video went viral. Them still in the army. So it show a lack of, you know, real administration.
You know what it is?
Alright.
Look how many Kim finger.
Yeah, man. That is a high school.
You know, watch him. Hey, come on from my fucking phone. Move, man. You bumbo. That stink here, man.
Brother.
Everything along there now. Him turn it upside down, the man have everything.
The man ruin the country, man, and turn it into rubles. Yeah, rubles.
Brother, the man a belt, to be them hungry. And
yeah, man. It's near your face, you know. Pies near, you know. Damage your internal organ if them belts in your face.
Of course.
You understand?
Look at young guy. I some woman that 80 had come down, the man them up there. Little boy 18 and married to. Oh, you have your son now at 18, I see this. Okay, what you ever say no son, not this. And you respect your mother, man. And respect your mother and your granny. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. You know, you might forget piece of paper and about baby, I love you. What happened to you now?
And the young people society, man. Remember at this stand up to, you know, for the young people government, you know. Andrew was the young government. But them not realize that Andrew turn old now. Andrew and the young people government again. Andrew was no people government from the beginning. Was all about himself. You understand? Yeah, so they have to get rid of this idea, you know, because Andrew mash up them life. Now that woman will show me then, brother. She's about maybe 40 stone, you know. Yeah, 414-4416. So that call is a shoe 560 pounds. Like the big show in a WWE.
Yeah.
Alright, no, that is a grandmother. That is a great grandmother. Me a talk about grandmother. With that individual married, just newlywed. Yeah. Diabolical, my brother. Diabolical. We have one.
Jamaica,
yeah.
Start with the same shit. For what?
See that?
Yeah, man. Mash up the place. It's a goddamn disgrace. You them look a blind. You know?
A blind.
I'm married to a buffalo, you know. If I see me, no says a green cat. You married to a buffalo, a real buffalo. You want a green cat?
That look more like an elephant, brother.
No, I say we can't find the buffalo.
Yeah, one of them elephant from down at Sri Lanka.
Jesus.
Yeah, so them big giant elephant there. But you know, boy, I don't know. Sometimes our youth them, you know, in pursuit of, you know, what they call now good life. Them do the wrong thing, brother, in pursuit of good life. Cause that them say them want to come a foreign, you know. Cause foreign have good life. Yeah? I go and tell them, say, you see a foreign prime minister or president did a war like Andrew Holden, there could be no foreign for you, I think, go to come to get good life, you know. Jamaica a foreign country. To other country, Jamaica is a foreign country. And Jamaica should have made sure no, there is something on the table for the people. And we are talking about good life. None of good is bad, good life upon the table. So the job them appear well, housing are in, you know, appropriate condition, newly built houses, road good, and the place just look nice, it's small. And Jamaica create a lot of investment worldwide. Yeah, through the sport fraternity, sportsmen and sportwomen alike, through the reggae music, yeah, and through our, you know, tropical location, yeah, through
So,
our...
sorry, the better. So, green card, doctor.
Mighty God, we see that one there with a bicycle left from long time. But that dangerous.
Green card, yeah?
Yeah, that's a green card.
Yeah, hey.
Remember, the size of our head, you know, we have almost where the man we, you know. Just our head alone, you know.
The man, hey,
the weight our head must be pulled by the
bad.
But Andrew bring the society
Andrew, I must have the
into
society.
this type of reality.
Anything goes.
Everybody look away out of the country.
Yes.
That's what they are pursuing, you know. A way outside of Jamaica. Because a good life not there at Jamaica. But if you link up with all the bicycle like all the woman there, they know say you can reach out and find yourself in a first world country where good life exists. So that's why sometimes it's good when you show them things in a way. Because you see what I pursue after, he will do anything to go foreign. He will attach himself to a woman that is about 20 times female body weight. Yeah? When is a man supposed to assist a woman, him can't assist she in no way, shape, or form. Him can't find where the nookie there.
No, but better.
Nookie there in a piece and when you can't go through.
Let me tell you, as a man, you can't lie to yourself. People not me rather see what me there and plant 2 little tree and plant some calorie and eat and feel good more than lie to myself. Me can't wait. No, you could have in a year good. It's a paper this. Andrew do them thing, you know. Andrew Holness. I'm telling you about poor and all, and look what you do. Look here. You think this look good, Andrew? When you see this, you know, it's our papers. These are straight, these are straight papers, people. When you see it, even, hey, all him now, immigration, I'm going to put a papers that.
Desperation for papers too. Because you cannot look papers, but you look at different individuals that match your outer appearance. But when you draw for that big bicep, bullet, how that look? Now all him now, you know, him can't go back in our community.
You don't mind if you get in papers. But you know, that one when them do them with them man, you know, like Andrew suffer them, and they make Andrew suffer them, you know, them and the one them down in Africa make them leaders, them suffer them leaders like Andrew Holness. You know what them woman I don't know? Them woman I make sure even if they're married, them not put in the papers, they make sure you have to stay with them for 10 years. That's 10 years of prison, you know. And suffer and nastiness. Because them people here, them come like water go can't even touch them back. So you have to can and you have to, you know. I remember them lock you up in a house and do all kind of things that I'll him know him have ice cream enough for the paper. Jesus.
The mafia wash all her back, remember she can't wash her back, you know.
Him have to eat ice cream.
Yeah, and wash back.
Pressure. The youth them. One time some youth did not think that we are. No, I saw them I think. Eh? Me not don't know but oh God man, no sir. No. He said look man, look at man. Look man if he man make up the face, it don't look too good enough people. But him can't do nothing about it.
You see me, hey. You see man.
Yes, man.
Well, I want the man in denial and I can't believe I him that, you know. You mean a denial? You can't believe I him that.
But when I talk to myself, that's coming like a water board and everything and people are deeply for 10 years. Because them man and them know say, hey, I didn't get the paper in cut, you know. So they're not arguing. So when I want to just sit down, I'll 15 days of torturing.
But I can't input up that photo there. I must do, man.
You know, see him face, and him can't bend it, but him not feel face, you know. And then clear face. Now, sir, in our face.
She take a picture and put it up because she make sure she lock him, you know.
And
nobody knows.
Me skip and me see one way down there. Me just skip and see it. But lady leave from Mosifan, Texas. And she have around 4 youth. And him all cuss all the father, him kill the father if him go over there. No, him and she are that woman there can she carry the whole 4 youth and him are need with her machine. Me just skip something and see if I skip it. And I said them youth a woman have 4 youth when I'm like 15, 14, and you're young little boy, where you go? You could have been them brother, where you go? As them go down them and them start to ask the woman and him go, you know, my wife, but all them talk about my wife. You know, it says a green card. And them stay then I make trick to the baby father, the first husband, where she have the youth. You can't do that. You don't want to do that. Or when we reach over there, my wife, and now you want to talk about you want to kill your wife. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Andrew, when you know what I'm talking about? This is what I make bank child is Andrew talk about poverty and everything right now. See that? When I scrape you to the teeth, I scrape shit. Remember when I talk pretty around here, but we talk reality. So when I print it up and say when I use the teeth and scrape feces, that not sound good. When I use the teeth and scrape shit. When if you stop it, man. This is more than bowing. Eh? Brother, I will never listen. But I know, hey, see my brother, I remember I'm on that come I'm strong, and I remember I'm afraid of show, you know. Right now, everything I put together, bro, everything lock up close. Friday, we will keep the thing, you know, it's a pattern strong too, you know. Him just now make it cross the ocean, but I'm earth strong, but more than earth strong, original earth strong. Sunday, mark you one, just a couple of days. You're so close, me to earth strong. Play some tune, and say, worries, feel nice. But this bow business, yeah, I will never do that. Can't do that. I can't tell lie to myself. Me not do that. See? You know, oh yeah, and you displease yourself to go do that. And them a call the artist with Holness. Right now, them a keep them thing and them a go run and do a tell lie. Somebody send me something earlier and this is big nasty thinking rubbish truck, garbage truck. I talk about courthouse. No, when you not talk about courthouse, remember when I get locked up and go to the courthouse, some of them. So that you don't want to listen about courthouse. I want to picnic them a lock. But we on courthouse 100 years ago, I build 4 more courthouse. Then not one of them I can't even join the courthouse. Yes, I this, you know. If that's a build school, you know. If that's a build more courthouse. We not sit down and listen to that. Jamaica don't need no more courthouse. Jamaica need employment and need something for deter people. More courthouse. And the car people, they remember build it for, you know. So they want some kind of, and have some kind of break laws and, you know, criminal record. Just by driving. Eh? Now if you do nothing, get wise, yeah? And stop bow! Make them, listen, when I pick up some things when if for welfare, we're done. You could have seen a place I want to come from US. It have over 300 million people. So in a short man, it have more than 200 million man. Oh, them can't get a man. Them done, nobody no want them. Nobody no want them with them dead. Nobody. So them can't come in these third world countries, that's Jamaica and Africa. Them come look on the poor and pauperizing while look a little itch.
You can't exploit the poor.
And them boy, I no follow them, no for them I use them tongue like carpet now, you know. Feet walk and step and sit down pan, you know. Just to get a green card. This nastiness. Eh? Come on now. Come on. Thank God I'm a father's child. I'm a mom's child. But thank God over growing up. We no bow. Now we have to speak the truth. You understand? And we no care. We keep it real. Hey, my brother, my brother go eat my dinner, yeah, man. Cause, you know,
you know, as usual, you don't know Titans run fast and city all. Them 3 hours go zoop.
And
yeah, son.
You know.
We have to give people them brat all the while, you know. Yeah, but it fly fast. Yeah, I know why it fly fast. People may go tell me why them show you fly fast. But kind of boring, you know? It's exciting and informative.
Yeah.
So you get a derivative.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a derivative feeling from it. Run quick, man.
God, later better. I'm out. Better.
Oh.
We out here. Yes, sir. Yeah, man.